the beautiful Alicia Fox.
Spoke to you and said this, Bob, but my name's Billy. It doesn't matter what your name is.
Loaded up with alcohol, more specifically vodka, whiskey, beer, tequila, more beer, more vodka, more whiskey, and more beer.
He's gonna puke! He's gonna puke!
3 ain't enough now, I need 5. Welcome in Jim, Ryan, Matt, Tim, and intern Mark.
And after tonight, none of you in this ring will ever be the same again.
Oh my goodness, what am I doing? There's a 1, there's a 2. Oh, wow. Welcome to 3 Count Thursday, live right here on our Facebook page. It is Thursday, August 15th, 2019. We are the podcast of the millennium. We have tons to talk about this week, including Trish's goodbye, Ryan's welcome back, and the Fiend's hello. But first, our show is brought to you by Alicia's Pillows and Things. If you're decorating your home, you want it to reflect your tastes and your likes, so why not add decor that reflects your sports, movie, or TV fandom? Alicia's Pillows and Things is your hookup. They feature pillows of all sizes, stools, and more with all your favorite teams and characters. Log on to our network's homepage. That's at ngscsports.com. Find the Alicia's Pillows and Things tab on the homepage and place your order. How we doing, boys? Ryan,
hey,
you're back.
I made it.
You're not on vacation this week.
I was here 2 weeks ago.
And then like 3 weeks before that.
Maybe.
And then like once in June, I think.
I was here every June.
Every June?
You've
been here every June.
I'm always
I don't know
here.
what that even means.
Guys, I'm back. I want you to share the video and just spread the news.
Oh, that's right. For some reason,
that Ryan's back.
I have to turn my iPad vertically to see comments.
Hey, Jim, that happens sometimes with updates.
Because I don't know why. That's a thing that just started happening. Yeah.
Hi, Frank. I see Frankie's here. Hi, Frank. Hi, Devin. Hi, Tim.
How's everybody doing?
I'm so excited.
You're excited to be back?
Man, I'm rested up and I'm ready to go.
Nice.
That's awesome. Of course, you want to make sure you head over to our website, 3countthursday.com. There we find our YouTube links, all of our links to our social medias. You can subscribe to us on all the podcast apps. If you subscribe to us on Apple Podcasts, make sure you give us a rate and review. We'd appreciate that. Also, there's our Patreon, patreon.com/3countthursday. There was a big kind of announcement-ish last week. There was kind of an even bigger story to that this week. So, like, it's almost like we're telling a tale through the month of August, and all you have to do is pay $2 to get that.
$2 holla.
$2. You get the pre-show, post-show. It's what we do here where we're just getting some levels and whatnot. Also, we have our Collar and Elbow brand deal. If you go to collarandelbowbrand.com and use promo code 3count while you are checking out, you'll get 10% off each and every order. Intern Mark's WCW was posted for the week. Yeah, so again, everything and more is over at 3countthursday.com. We have our independent wrestling schedule for the weekend. It kicks off tomorrow night. Ring of Honor Superstars will be at MCW for Future of Honor. That is at the MCW Arena in Joplin, Maryland. Doors at 6:30. Bell time is at 8. And then on Saturday, 3 shows in our area. Valor Professional Wrestling presents Animal House. That is at the Vonnie B. Grimes Gym in York, PA. Doors at 6. Bell at 7. SWO and WWWA present their summer series. That is at the Leo Independent Fire Company in Red Lion, PA. Doors at 6, bell time at 7. And Infinite Pro Wrestling's Invasion is Saturday night at the Harrington Fire Company in Harrington, Delaware. And bell time on that show is 7 o'clock. So you can find more information for all of those at our website, 3countthursday.com, and on the upcoming independent show page. And then we have a guest announcement for not this week, but next week.
Next week.
Sizzle.
Valentina Loca will be joining us. She's from Iowa. She has not only trained at Seth Rollins' school, but with Seth Rollins personally. So that's super exciting, and we will talk to her next week. And I don't know if it'll be first hour or second hour because she is in the Midwest. So we're going to hammer out those details. We were going to try to record, but we changed our mind. We're going to have it live.
Why do it recorded when we can do it live-ed?
Well, I mean, we do have the interviews, some interviews that Matt's been recording, and they're up on our website. Again, that website, 3countthursday.com. But yeah, I mean, if you can get a guest, especially one who has, trained with somebody who's with the E, then
It's my Seth Rollins
it's
laugh.
pretty good, actually. We heard a bit more of that this week. We heard a bit more of that. So yeah, guys, how was your week? We missed Ryan.
Yeah, missed you, bud.
You all right? You rested up. You were on the vacays.
Yeah.
Some Grotto pizza I see didn't make it into the studio.
It didn't.
Some saltwater taffy didn't make it into the studio.
It's actually in my office at work.
Yeah.
I did get the
Fisher's
work.
popcorn also didn't make it to the studio.
Didn't make it back.
There's a lot of things that didn't make it to the studio.
Yeah.
Tim said he would have taken some boardwalk fries just for the they would have been good, but it would have been the idea.
It's a thought that counts.
I brought a picture or two home if you want to see some
Oh,
pictures.
a picture. Yeah, because I can eat a picture.
Are you wearing clothes in those pictures?
Maybe.
Interesting.
Maybe I'll
Yes,
post it on
Brittany, Ryan
Patreon.
still did not bring pizza or taffy.
What?
You got scolded.
You didn't even tell me to.
Rip.
First of all,
First
let me
off-
be honest. Have you ever had Grotto pizza?
No.
It's not the greatest pizza in the world.
It's okay. That's fine.
It's absolutely not.
Yeah.
It isn't.
Bad
That's
pi-
not even a hot take. It's cheap tasting cheese and a shitty sauce. Roma Pizza down the road has better pie than Grotto Pizza.
Yeah, I will take bad pizza over no pizza every day.
That's fair.
What, Ryan? We can't hear you.
That's fine.
Here, did you see this one?
You know who can hear me? Your wife who's trying to sleep. So let's see how long that microphone will stay off.
There we go.
Hey, look at that.
Hey, look at that. Through the magic of audio, yes,
Look
pizza.
at that.
Pizza is pizza. But here's the
Pizza's live.
Wait, who said pizza is pizza?
thing. Brittany did.
No, she's wrong.
What?
Pizza's not pizza.
Yes.
Yeah, pizza's
No.
pizza.
No.
Like, great pizza is better than bad pizza, but even bad pizza is still good.
Yeah.
Wrong.
Those are laws of pizza.
That is not true.
No, it's pizza law, dude.
I be getting.
No, there are some janky ass frozen pizzas that do not belong in that category.
Okay,
Yo.
look.
No, pizza's pizza, Jim.
Yeah.
You can't compare the two. We're talking WCW and AWA. You can't. Fuck, Jim.
Even those like crappy.
Dude, I'll take a
dollar-
crappy frozen pizza.
No.
Yes.
Especially if
Like that
I'm
mama
freaking...
thing that cooks on the little
Yeah.
silver disc. That, like, when you cook it to actually what it's telling to, just burns all the cheese
Yes.
and all of the sausage things roll off the top.
Yeah. Hey, look, I know, like,
No.
drinking's not your thing anymore, but if I come back from the bar and I'm shit-faced drunk at 1:30 in the morning,
The only
and
thing
that's
I
the
want-
only pizza that is available to me in that moment, then by God, that's a good fucking pizza.
I'll eat it. It doesn't mean it's good.
Yo,
Right. But
those-
it's good in that moment.
Those flat dollar pizzas, you can
I just
micro.
got chills thinking about it.
Yeah, but now think about this. Cook it.
Welcome to Pizza Hour
Mi-
with 3 Count
So
Thursday.
you microwave it, you pull it out, it's still a little bendy.
Pizza taco.
Pizza quesadilla. Cut that jank.
I think Pizza Hut calls that a pizzone.
No, to me that's a calzone.
Well, no. By the rules and standards of our friend Russell Vitale, a calzone can only have cheese, right?
Cheese, it has to have ricotta cheese.
Yeah, and it has to have ricotta cheese.
It has to have ricotta cheese.
No meat.
I don't know how he pronounces ricotta. Probably
Ricotta.
wrong. Ricotta. That's the ricotta cheese.
But
Whatever.
no,
Gabagool.
no meat. He used to accost the classmates. This was at our we
I
went to
thought you could put meat in a calzone.
You can, but then it becomes a stromboli.
No,
Yeah,
stromboli
no.
doesn't have ricotta cheese.
look.
Hey, yo.
I'm just telling you what our friend Russell, who we have been friends with since like middle school, and we went to college with, and he's an Italian. That's what he told us.
Cool.
And
How
we-
wrong
and-
is he?
And we went.
He's
to,
Italian.
And we went
Okay.
to. And we went to
The
college.
self-proclaimed Italian stallion.
We went to college together.
Yeah, so is Super Mario. Why don't I ask him how to do the plumbing?
And the college students that were working at the little Italian joint in like the lower level of
They
our
would make
South
subs
dining hall.
and like little strombolis.
Yes. He used to yell at them because the calzone was like, the calzone of the day was ham and cheese. And he's like, it's not a calzone. The girl's like, what? Yeah, it has ham in it. You can't have ham. You can't have meat in a calzone. And we're just like, Russ,
They're making minimum wage to buy
seriously,
booze.
like, dude, just grab your stromboli
Russell.
and move your ass on.
Hey, what's in that Italian sub? Well, it's ham and capicola and provolone. Oh, you mean gabagool? No, it's ham and capicola and where does that other word come in?
Gabagool.
Gabagool.
I love you, Russell. I miss you.
I miss Russell,
I
too.
miss college.
That's the gist of this.
And it's I don't miss class.
Obviously.
A typical calzone
here we
is made
go.
from salted bread dough in an oven and is stuffed with salami, ham, or vegetables, mozzarella, ricotta, and parmesan, or pecorino cheese, as well as an egg. Tell your friend Russ he's wrong.
I ain't telling Russ shit. I used to go to concerts with Russell.
That's
And,
me putting the beat down. Don't talk to me about Italian food.
We would,
I ain't no Italian, but I know a little bit.
I would just stand at the edge of the pit and just chuck Russell, who's like a little wrecking ball, as hard as I could into everybody else.
That dude was a little wrecking ball.
He
man.
was.
Dope.
Russell. What happened to you,
Welcome
man?
to
What
3
happened?
Count Thursday, your number one home for
Not
calzone talk.
calzone talk and not wrestling. But no, we're glad
There was
everybody.
there's nothing wrestling related that's happened since the last time we met, and now I have like the hiccups, which is really
AEW
weird.
said they were releasing some tickets
Sure.
for Philly tomorrow. That's it. That's
Yeah.
it. Nothing else to talk about.
Cool.
Thanks for joining us on 3 Count Thursday.
Appreciate it. Now we're gonna do a live rendition of playing tic-tac-toe, but it's all cats.
Oh wait, where's the damn cat sound? Here we go.
Edgar, hey.
There was
Edgar's
like
not happy.
there was like some sort of event or events in the Canadas this past week, and so why don't we can talk about those?
The
a little-
Yankees played the Blue Jays.
Did they?
Yes.
Is that a real thing?
Was it their Independence Day?
Who, Canada?
No.
Do they have an Independence
Yeah,
Day?
called Canada Day.
Do they shoot fireworks?
Yes. It's July 1st.
Is it really?
It is.
Look at you. You're so
Canada Day
knowledgeable.
is July 1st.
I believe so.
I was almost born on Canada Day.
Yeah.
Hey.
Damn.
I thought you were born in September.
Yeah, I was born in July, dude.
No shit.
Yeah. Born in July.
Huh.
All right. So, Ryan, did you have a chance to catch up on pay-per-views? Or
So many pay-per-views.
so many, right?
I did my damnedest.
You did?
I did.
So did you watch? What did you watch?
I'll tell you what I watched about 15 times. The motherfucking Fiend.
Right?
Oh my
We'll
God.
get to that.
If this podcast only talks about that, I would be thrilled.
Well, let's
Because that's what your after that your knowledge
After
goes.
that, it kind of blurs. NXT I thought was really solid. Let's go in chronological order.
Well, obviously we're not going to go. We're not going
Let's
to
go
go
in
match.
Dave Meltzer rating order.
Let's go to Dave Meltzer's an ass.
I think his ratings were
We
actually
got
pretty
blocked
close.
by Brad Shepard this week.
Did we really?
So I had a good week on Twitter.
Jim, you're a
I
prick.
never even added him.
Who is that?
One of these fucking news rumors assholes. But yeah, I got blocked by him on our 3 Count Twitter, and it's the first time I've knowingly been blocked by a power that be, and I put that in quotes because like he's only a power because he thinks he is.
Is that the one who like?
That's the one that predicted Sasha's return at SummerSlam, but he's been predicting it every week since she left. So, he predicted it.
Well,
Everybody pay attention to me. I'm Brad Shepard.
Sure.
Well, was I wrong? In
Yeah.
the end, was I wrong?
yes.
Well, I mean, he wasn't
Well,
wrong
in
that
the
she
end-
returned SummerSlam weekend.
In the end, it doesn't even matter.
So TakeOver, obviously 5 matches, capped off by a 2 out of 3 falls matches that I think ended about 30 minutes before our show started here tonight.
Oh, Christ, Tim.
No, here's the thing, and I was not influenced by the Final Wrestling Place because I had a lot of the same feelings about this TakeOver. The TakeOver was good. in my opinion, this was one of the worst TakeOver events.
Yeah.
Without going
worst of the modern era.
Without going back and watching all of them, I'm not going to put the worst on it.
A modern era.
Philly was the modern era worst. TakeOver Philly.
There's no way.
There is.
The main event saved that.
Yeah.
I don't think that this main event saved this show.
No.
What else could they have done?
Not that.
Here's the thing.
My God.
And I'm not saying that this main event wasn't good, but it was not as good as the first time we saw these two guys together. Yes, there was a crazy fucking spot. And it was a crazy fucking spot. But to me, this show overall, for me, died at the end of the third match. Now, I know for you, spoiler alert,
yeah,
it was after the second match.
Correct.
I thought that the women's title match was bad.
Awful.
Yeah.
Really bad.
Really
it was
bad.
very disappointing.
Yeah,
Because, and we talked about this last week, Tim, it was the last TakeOver, the TakeOver 25, that I finally was like totally bought in on Shayna Baszler.
Don't.
I'm not putting this on Shayna Baszler. I'm just this match was so disappointing.
Yeah.
So disappointing. And I didn't even think that the Io Shirai and Candice match was that great. It was better than this. Io Shirai is fantastic. It's that match showed how far ahead of everybody else in NXT Io Shirai is. And it's not a slight on Candice. I love Candice. We've met Candice.
She's sweet.
But Io Shirai is a fucking star. Absolute star. The tag match to kick off the show, fantastic. For me, the North American Championship match, fantastic. But man, even like I felt like the main event was it and I think
what
it was
did it clock in at? Was it 40-some minutes?
It was
46-41 was the official time.
That's a long ass match,
and that's not including introductions, video package.
Well, and then there was shit kind of in between falls at times.
It was like 60
because you had the cage come down,
60-some minutes.
and you even had after Gargano got himself disqualified to open, to the first fall at like 28 minutes or something. Then he was beating the hell out of Cole before the next fall even started. So I think start to finish it was like an hour.
Yeah.
But for me, I felt like it was, you guys have already done just about everything you can do. Go do it again and then jump off a cage. That's why to me this main event wasn't what I wanted or needed. I'm not sure, but I feel like this match blew its load the first time we saw it. The feud,
that's
fine.
That's a fair point.
But the match itself was, besides two guys jumping off a steel cage through tables, it wasn't this. Yeah, this show, although good, was one of my least favorite takeovers.
You make a really good, compelling argument, Jim. I'm not gonna lie. You really do. Like I get blowing that early. I thought it was well paced. Like the first fall of 28 minutes, you're like, oh, this is going to be a long match. Like they didn't like do a 7-minute and then a 14-minute and then this giant long, I don't know.
No, I mean from a logical sense,
I thought it was paced well.
If you're going to have a 46-minute match that takes an hour, to me your first fall should be almost halfway into that.
I agree.
Yeah, you shouldn't unless it's somebody really does just get caught. And then then your second fall is the long one. Logically, it makes sense.
Like I knew the outcome because I watched it on delay.
Okay, I actually did. I actually survived spoilers from anything.
But I remained entertained through it, and to me, like that says a lot. Like to know the outcomes of an entire show.
Yeah, actually, most takeovers I know the results before I watch them, and most times. They always keep my attention through it. This was really odd because I didn't know the outcomes,
and you're like, meh.
And my mind wandered a lot. And
the Baszler match, I think everybody was spot on. I don't think it was much Shayna's fault. It was a rough match to watch.
And here's the thing: like Mia Yim is one of the best women's. They didn't
chemistry.
click.
It just odd
from the time the match started.
No, you're not a Yim fan, I assume. From the way you said it earlier.
I don't mind her, but also like I'm trying this new thing of not like really dumping on people. But that was a poor performance from Mia Yim.
Yeah, it was extremely disappointing.
What do you think, like, caused that? Do you think there's just a disconnect with the fan? Like, I'm not quite sure what her gimmick is. Like, I don't know. Like, she comes out with, like, the bandana. Like, I know who she was in TNA, and that's definitely not Jade.
Yeah, it's not
Jade. Like, we're not seeing Jade at all.
Right.
Yeah, she's, like...
You have Shayna, who's a fighter.
She's supposed to be like a thug. Is what she's playing as.
God.
She's the head baddie in charge. HBIC.
And that's it, huh?
That's it. That's her gimmick. Okay. But my thing with her is she did not perform, and you can interpret this however you want. I could easily use less words to convey what I'm going to say, but I'm trying to avoid a specific word. This did not feel like a TakeOver style NXT Women's Championship match.
Okay.
Mia Yim did not perform to the best of her abilities, and in turn made the entire match seem flatter than it actually was.
Okay.
Shayna tried her best, but when both competitors don't seem to be in the same headspace, things look weird, and it dragged. It dragged in certain areas.
How long was this one?
14:35. It was the shortest match on the card,
but not by much.
And it felt
long. It felt much longer.
The other women's match was 15 even, so it was a difference of 25 seconds. But this match felt like the second longest. Only short to the hour-long match. And it was disappointing. I thought overall the show was disappointing. We don't talk about stars here, Charlie. I don't know what stars.
I just talk about the stars on the television, not the stars of the match.
Yeah, I don't.
You should talk about the stars because I think Dave got this one right, though. I really do.
Well, what did
4.2 stars for EO and Candice.
Okay. Yep.
4 stars for Gargano and Cole.
No.
I don't think that was a 4-star match.
3.75 for Street Profits, Undisputed Era.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pete Dunne, Rod Strong, Velveteen Dream, 3.5.
Yeah, I would go even 3.
And Mia Shayna, 1.
Yep.
So I don't think he was that off on
Okay,
this.
yeah, I mean,
he seemed to really enjoy Gargano, Cole, and again, you have to look at, like, their indie career and, like, who Dave Meltzer is, and I think that speaks to that.
Here's where I stand.
But to say EO
it would have been
Candice
8 stars in Japan. But
the match of the night, I think, is correct.
Correct. I don't assume everybody listens to Final Wrestling Place. That's fine. It's not about that.
You should.
Here's the
thing. If you're listening to this show, you should be listening to Final Wrestling Place because first off, it's a shorter listen.
Yeah, I'll also give you the opposite of what I would tell you on our show. If you don't listen to Final Wrestling Place, please go back, listen to every podcast at 3 Count Thursday, and then when you're done, listen again, and then come to Final Wrestling Place.
And you'll hear the same ding.
You will hear the same ding.
That is one common theme.
So to repeat,
are you just over there dinging things for him?
Yeah, to repeat some of the things I talked about in our knee-jerk reaction show immediately after SummerSlam that we aired. I suffer from NXT main event fatigue.
Okay.
I have seen the same main event or close to it for like the better part of a year. This also is in turn Johnny Gargano's fault because Johnny Gargano wrestles one match really. Like one style of match. It's a great match.
It is. It is.
But we're Canadian destroying people off ladders. Like, you're jumping off the ladder and then you're doing it. Like, there's multiple destroyer spots that are just getting kicked out. And I don't want to sound like Jim Cornette. Like, I don't want to. While some people think that finish was crazy, I thought that it was so dumb. Like, they're just standing on this platform. I have a string of barbed wire, and we're just going to whee off the cage. Like, no struggle. Like, it felt flat to me.
Yeah.
And, I was not invested in it. Like,
well, and it to
solidly,
me,
the match was good. The match was good. Like,
yes.
what they did in the match was good. Was it my cup of tea? No. It wasn't my cup. It wasn't my cup. It wasn't my flavor. It wasn't the right additives.
Well, and for me,
like,
it wasn't. You know, again, besides this fucking leap off a cage, I don't think the match itself was that much different than the story that they've told us for a while. And maybe that's part of the problem too. And now, you know, Johnny is on his way up to the WWE.
Oh.
So, you know, whether it's WWE or 205 Live, that'll seem to be shaken out.
Right.
But it does appear that he's gone from NXT. So now, you know, now it's going to be, was it just that's what Cole and Gargano could give us and we're going to see something different? Or is it just, you know, as of right now, that's what we're going to get for the NXT title scene until, you know, ACBB gets called up?
I'm curious as to where we go next.
Yeah.
I know currently we are in the midst of NXT tapings. Like,
correct. Tonight, yeah.
Tonight there are tapings. They've already I've already heard of Shayna's next opponent.
Okay. Now
It's awesome.
I saw from last night's NXT episode, we did get the final of the breakout tournament. So that guarantees a future title shot, right?
Any title shot
choice, yeah.
of their choice to Jordan Miles.
You know, so, you know, we'll see where that goes. We'll see where the NXT title picture gets shaken to. But like overall for TakeOver, like I give it C-. Like it wasn't a bad show, but it was for a TakeOver on, and I get that the NXT calendar and the WWE calendar aren't the same. But on SummerSlam weekend, I felt like I wanted more, especially like, I mean, we've seen some incredible main events at SummerSlam weekend TakeOver shows. Mm-hmm. I mean, like the Bayley Sasha feud and all that stuff. Like
right.
It's this one definitely left me wanting a lot more. So let's go to Sunday and also let's go to our.
I mean, you real quick, you were right. It was Cole Gargano back at 25, the last one.
Then Cole Gargano.
Previous was Cole Gargano for vacant.
And then it was.
And the one before that was actually Ciampa Black.
Right, but then
it was Gargano Ricochet, which is the same match.
And they had that match,
yeah.
And then before that, it was.
Wasn't it
Gargano and?
So I mean, for the calendar year,
wasn't it
though,
like the Gargano Ciampa series,
was
right?
Phoenix
No, the takeover before that one was the takeover before Black and Ciampa was War Games.
Oh, right. But then before that was the Ciampa Gargano series, right?
Correct.
So I mean the
so it's like
NXT main event picture has been very Gargano heavy.
Yes, it has, and like that's not a knock on him. Like
no.
It's just I'm
there's fatigue.
I'm fatigued.
For some main roster fans, Roman Reigns fatigue was a real thing.
And I'm gonna talk about another fatigue I have later.
Okay. All right. But let's look at SummerSlam now. Obviously a much longer card. In my opinion, for this weekend anyway, much better. This show better.
Yeah.
It really was. And we'll get to our question of the week because that's what the question of the week was. Which show is better? So if you're following along on the live video, give it a like, give it a share, get people in here, but also give us in the comment which show won the weekend to you. Was it TakeOver, or was it SummerSlam? And our comments, and this is a point that I think I was going to tweet, and it's been a long week. Didn't feel like really getting into it, but the NXT is greater than WWE goggles, I think, were heavy on this one.
Yeah,
in my opinion.
It's tough.
But anyway, like I'm not obviously going to go down the whole card again. Couple of matches, obviously, to highlight.
Let's just start right at the top.
The fucking Fiend.
Mm-hmm.
My God, I know I'm the like you and I are like the WWE apologists, ass kissers, whatever like description they want to give us is fine. I have rarely seen, at least in the time we've been doing this show, maybe not even in the time we've been doing this show, that they've ever done it, executed something as perfectly as they executed the Fiend on Sunday.
I will go one step further. Never in the history of WWE has something hit this well.
I agree.
This is special.
Yes.
Like, this is the word. Like, that's
so good.
It's special. It is unnerving. It's unsettling. It is a buffet for the senses. Like, when you see the whole thing, like, it's anyone who tells me that you need more of this is a fool.
Is an idiot.
Is a glutton.
I agree.
Because the more eyes you have on this, the less special it is.
Yeah.
Think of when The Undertaker debuted. He didn't just come out willy-nilly.
I agree.
When he came out, it was something. And it was chilling. Now, we've got a horror movie legend in Tom Savini making the mask, the lantern.
Fucking lantern, man.
You have a very chilling, horror-esque rock band in Code Orange doing this theme.
Which is fucking fantastic.
Like, there's something about it that, like, very rarely does something hit so well that it resonates past the target audience.
Yeah.
This has resonated past. There are people who I know that don't watch wrestling at all, and they're saying, yo, what is this Fiend?
I was showing people at work, because I was like a fucking kid the day after Christmas, walking, and I'm like, it's people that I knew were into like horror movies, people that I knew were into like freaky shit, people that I knew had once watched wrestling, like anything, any sort of like goth, weird, freaky comic books, any of that. I'm hitting people at work going, I'm sending them the link. Fucking watch
Check this out.
Watch this. People are like, what did I just see?
Yeah.
And I was telling them, and they're like, that's fucking horrifying.
And here's the part that some people are missing.
People are missing anything with this? What are they who is this people?
The entrance is great. The exit,
so much
Thank you
fucking
so much.
better.
Thank you for saying that.
like,
Yes.
the exit is even, like, it's even more chilling than the entrance.
Right. The fact that, like, the lights go off and then they come back on very quickly, and he's fucking at the top of the ramp.
Yes.
Just googly-eyed staring at
Fucking
me.
creepy as hell.
I've got goosebumps.
With the laugh in the dark. It's
Yeah.
fantastic.
Dude, it's...
like, that is like haunted hayride horror shit right there. That is exactly what this is. The strobe effects, they've done it, and they finally found a way to modernize the lights just cutting out.
Yeah.
Like, I love that.
Now,
that
did you guys actually
incorporated.
listen to the full theme where it
Yes.
gets to the end?
The apology.
This is what's going to get us.
Really sorry for what I did. Really sorry for what I did. Really sorry for what I did.
Yeah, but I gotta lower that quick. That's why I kept cutting it in and out.
I have
I didn't want to get our
heard
video
people
kicked off.
gripe that they feel like the neck thing should be the finisher.
It could be.
It should be. Like, it should be something.
Like, I don't know how you kick out of that, I guess. And to me, it's like, well, if you really want to get down to it, is it much different than a neck breaker that we grew up with? Same kind of effect. The breaking of a neck sort of thing.
Yeah.
That's tough to watch.
Yeah.
Like, the audience live was like,
oh, yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Like, as soon as...
And here's the thing,
as soon as he did that, I was like, yo, Finn's dead.
Yeah, like he's
Right.
dead.
That
He's
should be...
dead.
Right.
Well,
that
and
kills
like,
people.
And, like... I will say this.
I don't think we're going to see a ton of that.
I love the internal struggle within the match, like Bray going to the corner, like the Fiend going to the corner, and like everything is just so good.
Can we elaborate on that a little more?
The hurt and heel.
Okay. It was after that point that Finn got his offense in.
Yes,
that is correct.
We have in the first match, you see the Fiend. You see how dominant he is, how fear-inducing he is, and you find his weakness.
Yes.
So you already now have the game plan on how you beat the Fiend.
It's like Bald Bull in Tyson's Punch-Out.
Yes.
You know, or King Hippo. You wait until his arm pops up, you punch him in the stomach.
Right.
Yes.
And
you know what I mean?
It's absolutely brilliant.
I will say this. You know, when Finn got his offense in, I was like, okay, that's fine. You don't want to totally bury Finn Balor, but when he goes to the top to the coup de grace, I'm like, when the entrance was happening, my wife was on her way to bed, and I'm like, this is fucking amazing. Like, I screamed. Like, so she actually came back out and she stayed for the match. So I mean, she stayed through the majority of the show, which is fantastic, by the way. And when Balor was going up to the top, I'm like, I can't believe they're fucking doing this again. And then, of course, we saw the mandible claw, and it just... Come on. Dude, I mean, like, don't tell me that...
I knew the Fiend... Again, I watched this 2 days ago. I knew the Fiend won, and I was like, there's no way they're going to... Oh, okay, that's right. I knew the fucking outcome.
And there was still a party that was scared.
What is your Snapple fact?
Oh, my Snapple fact.
The Fiend is amazing.
There it is.
Yes, the Fiend is amazing. Mongolians invented lemonade around 1299 AD.
Now you know.
I know.
Dun, 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 dun.
I think I have it somewhere.
I love what you said about like how far-reaching this is, and like what you had said about people that used to watch wrestling. Because like here we have a guy that's a gimmick. Like this is gimmicky.
Yes.
That it hits so well. Like I don't know, like gimmick-wise, what other gimmicks? Like I mean, you think of like The Undertaker and Kane.
Well, there was a guy at work and I that were talking about it. There really isn't any like real true like 100% gimmicks. Like you have Demon Balor, but you also have like Finn and his club.
Right.
You know, like you have the club, or excuse me, the OC, but within the OC is AJ Styles, Gallows, and Anderson.
Right.
You have Seth Rollins. You have Brock Lesnar. You have Bobby Lashley. You have Braun Strowman. Like, oh, is that on the shop? What is that?
This is a custom hoodie.
Oh, that's fucking amazing.
That's a solid
Brothers, they have it in 5X.
Oh my God.
Wow.
I'm sending the link now.
Brother. I mean, Jim, you're so hefty with that button.
I mean, right now it's real.
I don't think I've seen a better debut.
No,
in a long time,
at least
than what they gave the Fiend. And I'm fine. Like, give Balor some offense, but let's be. Balor jobbed out really well. Like Balor sold everything perfectly. I couldn't be happier with the way they debuted him.
No,
and thank God he wasn't on Raw or SmackDown. Let's just get that out of the way.
Yeah. So looking at some of the view counts on SummerSlam stuff, Rollins countering Brock Lesnar and finishing the match, 3.7 million views. The Fiend's entrance, 2.8 million views
for the entrance.
For an entrance,
and it's edited.
Yeah, it is.
That's not the same entrance,
right? Because it doesn't have. They changed they cut out the lantern, right?
They cut out
which I do kind of get when you're presenting it on YouTube, because that's getting the every audience, not
YouTube.
Just the pay-per-view audience.
Well, also what they're doing is they released it for immediately after SummerSlam, and then after the next day they then truncated it to make people go to the network.
I was going to say the network where I watched it has the full
yes.
for sure. Yes.
Right.
the Fiend
and the new
overpowering
network is
Finn
set
Balor.
up like this. You can just click on,
Yes.
which is great.
Which we'll talk about the new network
Real quick. Let me jump in here. I'm watching on the Roku. Goddamn SummerSlam's in French, and I can't figure out how to turn fucking French off.
Oh, that's funny.
I don't know what I'm doing wrong. NXT was fine.
The Fiend
It's
overpowering Finn Balor, 1 million views. So overall, that one has 3.8, which would beat out Seth Rollins. I think like the Trish Stratus match, I think had a lot.
The Headbangers
or not? No, it's the OC.
Oh, the OC.
So yeah, I think you're yeah, I think that's your number 2 from SummerSlam in terms of views.
Wow.
So that's
a big deal.
Yeah, that's pretty solid. But yeah, I mean the Fiend is just everything. It really is. It was so well done, and yeah, make the fans want more. And here's the thing: it's not that you didn't even get Fiend content, because on Tuesday the music dropped on YouTube. Yesterday the music became available to purchase on like Apple and everywhere else. So you're still getting Fiend content. You didn't get it on TV.
Can we play Booker here real quick?
Sure.
What do you do next with the Bray Wyatt / Fiend character?
Well, with Bray Wyatt, I think you still continue to play Firefly Funhouses.
Okay.
I think you continue to have the puppets in the background on both Raw and SmackDown. Like, you know, in the backstage areas, like I don't think you do anything differently. I don't think Mr. Rogers Bray Wyatt needs to wrestle ever.
I agree.
At least not for a very long time. And I think because Night of Champions or Clash of Champions is what
if Mr. Rogers, the Bray Wyatt character, wrestles, does he lose?
He could.
Is that how Bray Wyatt loses some matches?
Yeah, I think Bray.
Or is that too much Demon Balor?
Here's the thing. I think the Fiend needs to be the only version of Bray Wyatt that wrestles for a very long time.
Okay.
Because otherwise you get into that Balor demon
puts on the mask and
sort of thing. Because there's a guy at work, because I've shown him some of the demon stuff. He goes, "Oh, so you're going to get the Balor or the demon thing versus this," and I was like, "Well, yeah, eventually, because you got to understand something about." Nice.
Oh, I like that.
I'm like, you got to understand something about the demon is like Bray controls the Fiend in a way. Like it's not controls him, but it's the demon summons Finn
and the Fiend summons Bray. It's just that Bray, like with multiple personalities, they coexist.
Right. So it's not really a summoning.
Yeah. And so, like, the Fiend overtakes the physical vessel of Bray Wyatt, but Bray's humanity fights the Fiend.
Yes.
Because Bray doesn't want any of this.
Yes.
Correct, right. Bray's kind of trapped.
Bray is...
Right.
That's all he is.
What
it's
a
like,
deep, layered gimmick. Really, there's nobody
What's up, Bud?
better
How you doing, Bud?
to put it on than Bray Wyatt. Like, I don't know who else would be able to deliver.
Did you guys... I sent you that Ghost Stories video the other day in our group chat. Did you guys have a chance to watch that?
How long was it?
It was from it's like 7-8 minutes long.
Yeah, if it's anything over 2 or 3, I'm not. You can ask Jason about that.
I know, but trust me on this one, because this is like a Superstar Ghost Stories thing that was from like I want to say 2 or 3 years
feel like
ago.
You never sent it, honestly. I don't recall ever receiving that.
Maybe I did. Maybe I screwed up and I didn't send it. Look back a little bit, but if not, I will, and I'm going to post it because, like, even in this Superstar Ghost Stories thing, like you can see like similarities to the Fiend and Bray Wyatt, even back when he was like just Bray Wyatt, which is awesome.
I want to make a more analogous big take.
Okay.
From this. So every era of WWE has a name.
Okay.
Like you have the Federation years, you have the
New Generation, the Attitude Era,
Ruthless Aggression.
Ruthless Aggression.
Right.
The Reality Era is the one we're currently in. Or so we thought. To me,
No.
to me, and I'm using the word again, and there's a way we could probably find it again, like find a different word. But to me, this is the special era.
Okay.
To me, in the last 5, 6, at least through the 2010s, 2010 to 2019, WWE has given us so many special moments, so many lasting memories, so many characters. You have to think, we've had the Shield in this era.
Okay.
One of a kind, once in a lifetime. Bray Wyatt is a twice in a lifetime superstar.
Right, because the original Bray Wyatt and Wyatt family
too.
is unbelievably special, and that's what brought me in on Bray Wyatt from the beginning.
Right,
was the original Wyatt family and the rocking chair, and like I remember it wasn't like super long after Bray debuted, and the creepy ass rocking chair was always around. Ryan and I are driving to fucking Walmart at like 2 a.m, and we go through Rossville. We're heading out towards Brownstown, and there's you go over this bridge at this creek, and right past there was just a rocking chair on the side of the road near like a farm. It's not like there wasn't a house that they were putting it out for trash. It was just a wooden rocking chair on the side of the road, and it was horrifying.
Yeah,
but it was, you know what I mean. It was because of the Wyatt family.
Yeah, and you have the Yes movement.
Yeah,
it's a big deal.
Yeah,
you're
right.
The end of the Undertaker's undefeated streak. Like, there's so many special moments that have happened.
You had John Cena winning his 17th world title. Okay, that's still to come.
Never going to happen.
It's going to happen. I'm telling you.
Absolutely.
Just wait for it. Anyway, but no, I mean,
you're right. Ronda Rousey and the women's movement. There's a lot of
Trish and Charlotte.
That match, it started a little slow, but to me, okay, here's how I say it. As it first started and first progressed, I was like, oh, this isn't going to be good. But then it picked up, and it was a match that built so perfectly. Like that exceeded my expectations.
Almost like Rock Austin.
So yeah.
But weren't you a Cameron fan?
Really?
What?
You're an asshole. No, but like,
there's a story to that. What was that? You were a Cameron fan, weren't you?
I wasn't a Cameron fan. You guys were the ones that said I was.
You liked Cameron in the Funkadactyls. There was something about Cameron in the
First off, I hated the Funkadactyls. I hated Brodus Clay. I hated the whole thing.
I feel like you were a Cameron fan.
Not at all. Okay. Absolutely not at all. But yeah, that match exceeded expectations. I mean, the show to me really did. I mean, even from the pre-show matches were really, really good.
This is where you and Dave Meltzer are going to differ a lot.
Oh yeah. Let's go. I'll read down the match. You tell me what Dave Meltzer gave it star-wise. Just I'm curious. Drew Gulak, Oney Lorcan.
I gotta find it, Jim.
3.25, maybe
2.75.
Jesus. Buddy Murphy, Apollo Crews.
Dud.
1.75.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. The women's tag team title match.
2.
1.
Fuck's sake. Becky Lynch, Natalya.
3.25.
Okay, I'd say that's probably right in the right era. Goldberg, Ziggler.
To me, this was a 3-star match, but to him, it's probably dud.
3-star match.
Really?
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Wow, that's genuinely shocking because
I'm so here for that.
Because I agree with Tim. Like, I mean, obviously it's not a 5-star match, but that match did exactly what it was supposed to do and a little bit more.
And it got Dolph Ziggler more heat on the way out than it did.
I agree.
Absolutely.
Like asking for more.
I'm sorry. And then the where Goldberg picks him up and looked like he was just going to leave and then hit the double ropes and spear.
Hey man, you're okay.
Boom.
It was good. It was good.
I mean, it wasn't that fast, but it was.
Zoom, zoom.
It was like
zoom, zoom.
Yeah,
boom.
Like as fast as a rascal would go in a shopping mart.
Right. Yeah. AJ Styles, Ricochet.
3.5.
3.
Huh.
I think it's a little low, but it was not. Again, it was. I don't think it was a 4 or 5-star match. Bayley, Ember Moon.
2.5.
1.75.
Oh, that's low. That's
and again,
low.
For some reason, this one just didn't click with me either. I wanted a lot more.
It wasn't great, but I don't think it was 1.75.
Okay.
Especially if what was Baszler and Yim 1?
1.
Right. Yeah. It was. Yeah.
Okay.
Kevin Owens, Shane McMahon.
I didn't see it, so I don't have a rating for it.
He gave it a 2.
Fair. I mean, again, it's nothing special. Kevin Owens won. The crowd went fucking wild. So that.
Right. That's what you thought was going to happen.
Right. Charlotte, Trish.
3.5.
3.25.
I'd give it close. I would honestly go closer to 4.
Okay.
Kofi versus Randy Orton.
3.
2.5.
Low.
No,
You don't
because
think-
they used the exact same finish last year.
Who did?
Kofi and Randy did the AJ Styles Samoa Joe spot from last SummerSlam.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
My family, my daughter, Wendy, hey, Daddy's coming home.
Daddy loves you.
Lazy.
But was AJ Samoa a double countout?
It was a DQ, but it was about family.
I mean,
It's lazy.
okay. Bray and Finn Balor.
Infinite stars.
He doesn't rank that though. He gave it a 2.
The match was better than that.
You think?
Yes.
It was like 2 drop kicks, a missed coup de grace, and some
Doesn't-
power moves from Bray.
I'm sorry, I'm not a move.
Match-wise, I'm
not
saying it wasn't a great match.
I'm not a moves guy. I'm a match guy. That
Okay.
match gave me moments.
Right, and gave me goosebumps. And
What
gave
did he give Goldberg?
Gave
Ziggler.
that
3.
3.
Okay, and he gave this what? A 2?
A 2.
Okay,
I'm
Goldberg.
just saying,
Goldberg
I'm
and
trying to justify here for
it
Dave.
was 2 super kicks, a spear, and a jackhammer.
And one super kick was in Goldberg's gut. If we're really
You're not wrong.
gonna get technical about it, which is what that motherfucker does.
Right, that was more moment than it was match.
Right.
You're very right.
And this was more match than that match, and more moment than that moment.
You're right. All
Like,
right.
you know what I mean? If I believed in star ratings, this would be a 5.
I'm sorry, Finn Balor didn't hit a sledgehammer on a throne first.
and I'm sorry this match wasn't in Tokyo, but it was like
It wasn't. It
yeah,
was in Toronto, so it's
fuck
close.
that.
The Tokyo of the North.
Seth Rollins, Brock Lesnar.
This is a 4.5 star match.
This was his highest rating, 4.25.
Okay. Yeah, no, this was
That was solid. That
This
was
it
great.
was so good.
He also ranked from SmackDown, Buddy Murphy and Seth Rollins.
You mean Buddy Murphy and
Roman
Roman
Reigns.
Or,
Reigns?
I'm sorry, and Roman Reigns.
Please tell me it was at least 4.5.
And gave that a 4.
That was I haven't watched SmackDown yet.
Dude,
Fuck,
that
dude.
match.
I heard it's a banger.
Match is a banger. Drew McIntyre and Cedric Alexander on Raw was a fucking banger too.
Yes. What a great.
There was so much good wrestling on Raw this week.
Yes.
First off, there was so much wrestling on Raw this week.
Right.
Like this week's Raw was so wrestling heavy, and I'm fine with it. All good, but man, Drew and fucking Cedric lit that place up. And then SmackDown was really, really good.
So I have a question.
I love seeing these small guys hang with these bigger guys.
Yes.
And like break that stereotype down.
Yes.
Yeah. So I have a question. How do you guys feel that
With my hands.
there were noticeable omissions from the SummerSlam card? We had no Braun Strowman. We had no Daniel Bryan. We had no Roman Reigns.
No Revival.
No Revival.
No Club defending their tag team titles.
Right. But
Excuse
like,
me. No OC defending their tag
but
team
specifically, no Drew McIntyre. Mm-hmm. Like, that's 4 upper to main event dudes
Sure.
that were not, like, they were involved in stories leading up to SummerSlam, but were not used at all.
And they did highlight the Roman package. Like no, not his penis,
The ooh-ah.
but his like the what's been going on
doggy stick.
with the the speakers falling down and the car wreck and all of that. So they did show that vignette, but he was not featured on the show.
Great.
I'm
Cody
fine.
Kessler gets a concussion tonight. This is great for the Eagles. Everything's fine.
It's just a brain.
Just a pile of goo.
I am 100% fine with it.
So was I, but I have a couple people who were like, "Can you think of a SummerSlam in which the main your number one guy wasn't involved?" Like if John Cena was healthy and he wasn't at SummerSlam, like that would have been a thing. Hulk Hogan when he was healthy,
But
he
who
was
was
always
the number
at
one guy not involved?
Roman Reigns.
But he hasn't
he's,
been number
he's
one
not.
guy.
I mean, I get that.
know
I
what
get
you're
that he's
saying.
like one of the, if not your biggest fan favorite.
He's the draw.
But he is not a top guy right now. So,
And I wouldn't go.
Well, if you want to talk about top guys, the Revival.
But booking wise, I mean, yes, it has been a featured story throughout the past month or so, but it is not a featured match. There was no match to have right now because we didn't find out.
Well, I'm
who
not
done
even
it.
saying. I'm not even saying like a
But
match.
the fact that he wasn't even on the show, period.
Especially since on the pre-show you see Rowan.
Yes. Yeah.
Like, what's stopping the big dog from like channeling all his big dog energy and going after him?
I don't know. I'm fine with it, and you know it like
He's
tying this into what we saw on Monday Night Raw, you know, with Sasha's return, with the Fiend debut, like with all of this, you know, the things that have made. I mean, even with Charlotte versus Trish, outside of the last 2 weeks building to that match, we hadn't seen a lot out of Charlotte, you know, for at least a couple of weeks. So even if it is just a couple of weeks time or one pay-per-view here or there, the not having them on, and then, you know, you turn around and on SmackDown right afterwards, you know, Roman and Buddy Murphy put on the fucking match of the weekend.
Right.
I'm okay with it.
Yeah. Like now, I mean, I'm to be completely honest, I'm okay with it as well. It also makes sense from a booking standpoint. You're in the same town, in the same building for 4 nights.
Yes.
So to stretch out your Drew McIntyre, your Braun Strowman, your Roman Reigns, your Daniel Bryans into the nights 3 and 4, it makes a little more sense because the more you trot someone out, the less of a reaction they receive.
Sure. Absolutely.
Because those crowds are very similar.
Charlie says he's fine with not having those talents on SummerSlam. It was over to decent time, left him wanting more, unlike Mania where it was a chore to get through the whole thing. And I think that plays to it. And here's the thing, like I am loving the new WWE formula of pay-per-views ending at, you know, 10:20 or 10:30, because I'm gonna watch the whatever show they're debuting or showing on the network afterwards anyway. So if I get to watch that at 10:30 instead of 11:45, I'm all for it. I think it's a great formula. You end early. Most people have on the network as well. Let's go to the question of the week. It was plain and simple. Which show won the weekend? For me, not even a question. SummerSlam, unequively, not even close. Ryan, can you answer? I don't know how much you got through both of them.
I got through a bit of most of SummerSlam, The Fiend about 13 times, and all of NXT. But it was absolutely SummerSlam.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Tim, I assume you're
SummerSlam.
Yeah. Devin says SummerSlam because of The Fiend. Shane says TakeOver. Even if TakeOver is 4 hours long, the still would have been amazing, and you could just add the breakout tournament and a promo. Lou says SummerSlam, Peyton TakeOver. Intern Mark says without question TakeOver. There has there been a bad TakeOver yet? At worst, maybe a B+. This was a bad TakeOver, Intern Mark. Mary Kay says TakeOver. William TakeOver, hands down. Charles says TakeOver. Duncan originally answered. He said the trouble is NXT 3 hours or less when SummerSlam's like 4. I said, so which did you like better? He said NXT.
All right. He's a busy guy.
He's a busy guy. He has stuff to do, and that's fine. So yeah, it's for me it was SummerSlam. Now let's talk about the network here for just a second, because I know this was the first pay-per-view weekend with the new network. Now, Ryan, obviously you didn't get to watch it live. When you did watch it back, did you have any issues?
Yeah.
Besides it being in French.
It's in fucking French.
Besides it being in French.
It's very glitchy. I signed out. I took the app off, reinstalled the app, re-signed in. It's still very glitchy.
Okay.
Phone, flawless.
Did you try it with the Xbox?
Have not.
Okay. Maybe
When's
give that
the
a
last time
try.
I fired up that Xbox, I wonder.
Probably. When was the last time we watched a pay-per-view together?
That's when it was.
Let's
go back to that real quick. Let's go back real quick because you said the TakeOver or like SummerSlam. Was it TakeOver or Mania for you? Because I don't think we asked that question at that time. But like, I think the WWE's knocking their main pay-per-views out of the water this year.
I have been banging this drum every month, and I've especially been banging this drum this week.
Here comes a shocking statement.
There has not been a bad WWE pay-per-view in 2019. And when I say that, I'm talking traditional monthly pay-per-views.
Right.
I am not talking Super Sandown. I am not talking,
which was also really good.
It was also really good. I'm not talking Smackville, which I didn't watch.
That's a network exclusive.
It's a network exclusive.
Right.
But here's the thing.
But that's the arguments that you're getting.
But the Saudi shows are not shown on pay-per-view, right?
No,
those are just shown on the network.
Correct. They're not pay-per-view.
Okay. But to me, they're presented in such a way.
They are presented as such. But when because somebody said to me, "Well, the Saudi shows aren't any good," I'm like, "Well, first off, they were." You know, like you can.
I will stand by it to this day that Randy Orton and Triple H had one of the best matches of the year on that show.
If
that match would have gone anywhere else other than Saudi Arabia, y'all would be all for it.
I have my notes on my phone on my Apple devices. I have a running list of my top matches of the year, and that's one of them. Will it make the cut? I don't know. I mean, we still have months to go, but
will it make the cut?
Jesus, that's not what I meant. Yikes. But in tradition,
don't lose your head over making such a decision.
Traditional monthly pay-per-views, WWE has not had a bad one all year. Royal Rumble, Fastlane, all of them good.
Mimi.
All of them good. Each and every month. Like you can dislike the creative week to week. You can think that something's boring, blah, blah, but in terms of pay-per-view shows themselves, they have all been good. They really have, and this one was no exception. But for me, unless it's a really bad WrestleMania is always going to win over takeovers because it's WrestleMania.
Can I just mention one little small gripe?
Sure.
It's a very small gripe, but I'm a words guy. And all through the promotion of SummerSlam, every commercial was WWE SummerSlam pay-per-view.
Well, I mean, technically.
WWE SummerSlam pay-per-view.
I mean, it is on pay-per-view still.
But it wasn't WWE SummerSlam on pay-per-view. It was like the event is WWE SummerSlam pay-per-view.
Okay, I see.
And like
I see what you're saying.
Look at the ad. It's WWE SummerSlam, and directly under the SummerSlam logo, it says pay-per-view. It's like they're trying to differentiate between what is a network exclusive, what is a pay-per-view, what is this, what is this, what is this.
Okay, I get it.
Love it.
Never saw that.
But you were going to ask me a question.
What was my question?
We were talking about the WWE Network.
Yes. How was your live experience with the network this weekend?
Perfectly fine because I watch it on Apple TV.
Okay. I didn't watch TakeOver live. I watched it not long after. Didn't have any problems. I actually had a lot of problems with more problems with my Xbox app with the network. With the Roku, well, one thing I did, because I hadn't done it in a while, I reset my router and modem, which is always good to do anyway. Mm-hmm. And then
was that before or after you drop kicked your router out the window?
That would be after.
Okay.
And then like I said, I signed out of the network app on my Roku, signed back in. There was a few points where I would get the little spinny circle. It would very quickly resolve itself. And after about halfway through the show, I didn't have any more problems. So.
Now, I do have a problem with the mobile app. The mobile app
on phone and tablet.
Yeah. Has removed the Chromecast feature.
I have seen a lot of people.
I can't push to my TV from my phone anymore.
I have seen a lot of people complaining about that.
Effing do it.
I've heard that. It has been removed from the apps on my TV, like in the living room. Like that had preloaded apps. Like it has Netflix and Hulu. And
now here's a question. Here's a question for both
it.
of you, and I don't know if this might have to do with it. Does the Chromecast offer 1080?
Yes.
Resolution. Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Because the new network, and I mean theoretically it should be able to be, like dumbed down or what have you. But I think because a lot of people are saying, well, it's the same network as it was before. It's not though. It's a whole new interface, and
if you have a 720 TV, you can still broadcast.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I didn't know if it had anything to do with it. Yeah, the Chromecast thing that did kind of surprise me.
Yeah, it really bums me
that
out
option went away
because I can't watch it in my bedroom anymore.
Yeah, it's a bummer.
Yeah, because there's often times where I'm doing homework for the other podcast.
Yep.
And I don't want to go into the living room. I want to watch it in my boxer shorts in bed under the covers. Or I want to fall asleep to old 90s WWF. I can't anymore.
I mean, does your computer have HDMI out?
I don't want to turn my big computer on to generate so much heat in the summer.
Does your laptop? You have a laptop or do you only have a desktop?
I have a work laptop.
Okay.
But in my room, I have my streaming PC.
Sounds like you need to get a Roku TV for that bedroom.
Screw
Shit's gonna
that.
be in French, so don't do that.
Mine wasn't in French. I don't know how yours got in French.
Bougie, bougie. I'm the Mountie. Ha 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 ha.
I also think if I have one gripe for SummerSlam, the WWE not having a Carmella R-Truth option for commentary once they had that spot, they missed the bus there as well. William had TakeOver being better than SummerSlam. Jason said SummerSlam better than TakeOver. William also had streaming issues. Jason said with his iPhone he had to log out 4 times because it was showing previous matches.
Yikes.
I will be honest. I don't know if if they have changed the network requirements for the new network, so that if you would have. If you need to have a faster internet or something like that, I don't know if that, or it could just simply be. Remember when the network first launched and there was issues, for a little while, and then most of them got resolved. This could also be the same situation because it only launched within the last couple weeks. So,
but the new network shouldn't have old problems.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. It's like bougie. Ooh, the Fiend. Bougie. That's what I fucking heard. I watched half the match like that because I wanted to fucking see it that bad.
It was like a Bubba Sparks song, just booty.
Ooh, the Fiend. Yeah.
I've actually gone back.
Incredible man.
Bonjour.
I've actually gone back and watched some pay-per-views in Russian or whatever, just for amusement's sake.
Oh, Sean Dang.
Sean Dang is Chinese.
Whatever.
Again, I'm not necessarily justifying issues, but I can see maybe why there was some.
Man, network's got issues. I got them too.
Yeah, we all got issues.
I mean, if you're
man.
really bitching about spending $10 getting SummerSlam, NXT, and all the other bullshit still because you had a couple glitches on a weekend, just chill the fuck out.
Or
just fucking watch it 2 minutes in delay. So if there is any
start.
No, I gotta watch it live.
Look,
someone's got to tweet.
Like, here's the deal:
right?
if anybody, if you've ever been if you've ever been live tweeting, you know that your live is not the same as his live, is the same as his live, is the same as his. So that is also why a lot of times, when I am live tweeting, I'm not looking at Twitter either because
it's usually.
Sometimes I like to live tweet wrong results to piss people off. Goldberg's son again. What?
Fiend came out in a Shockmaster helmet?
Charlie, I haven't had a chance to listen to the new Cornette experience today. Let's see here. So,
What we got?
William said when he originally opened the app, he was logged. Yeah, when with the relaunch of the network, everybody had to sign in upon your first use of it.
Yep.
So that wasn't just a
So
you.
Everybody had to reset their password. Is what you're trying to say?
Oh no, I know my password, brother.
Same.
Jesus, no, I don't know passwords for shit. God forbid I get signed out of anything. Create a new password.
Create a
Create a
whole
new
new
account.
account. Yep.
Might as well.
Yeah, but also WWE did, as a person who works in a tech company, they did a very wonderful job of communicating to their stakeholders what exactly was happening to the network and when it was happening.
They did.
Like, they emailed everyone before the release and was like, hey, we're releasing a new network. These devices will no longer work. When you get the new app, you will need to sign in again. Ta-da.
Yes.
Whatever.
Yes, like if you do pay attention to like your quarterly reports and stuff like that, or to WWE.com or anything like that.
Or the email address you signed up the WWE network for, because they email that too.
I didn't get that email.
I got 2 of them.
Oh, well, you got mine apparently.
Apparently. Just like Skip was confused when saw 2 big white guys next to each other.
Yeah, like Tim shows up at the studio and the dog like walks past him to me, and I'm like, dude, I know we're both white and fat, but we don't all look the same.
Wrong one. Sizest.
All right, so on Monday, it was announced and released that the King of the Ring
King
is returning. 16 superstars from Raw and SmackDown begin their quest to become in-ring royalty as the illustrious King of the Ring tournament returns next Monday night live on Raw. The winner of this intensely... I'll get to your question.
It's not a question.
What?
Keep going.
Okay. The winner of this intensely competitive tourney, and that is pulled directly
From the .com.
from the .com. I hate that you said tourney. I fucking hate it. I do. We'll join the likes of Harley Race, Bret Hitman Hart, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Booker T, Kurt Angle, Triple H, and Brock Lesnar as bearers of the King of the Ring crown.
I want to try to name everyone in the tournament.
Okay.
Because it was not obvious watching Raw.
No, it was not.
Like, they aired the promo, and they were like...
So do you not know?
I've seen it.
But you didn't like...
I don't have it, like...
right.
I know I sent it.
Because it's
So
8. It's
8 from each show. So let's see
each.
if you can hit the 8 on Raw.
Okay.
First of all, they named some big names there. Like, those are great King of the Ring winners.
They didn't name King Barrett.
I'm afraid I've got some bad news about that.
Don't I have that somewhere? Damn it.
Oh, yay.
I have some bad news for myself.
Afraid I've got some bad news.
I swear anyway, I'll probably find it, and I'm just going to hit it at some point randomly.
Right. Okay. So, Monday Night Raw.
Okay.
Do you have the list?
I have the list right
Oh,
here.
okay.
Okay.
I'm looking for the list.
We've got Drew McIntyre.
Yes.
Ding.
We've got Samoan Joe.
Yes.
Cesaro.
Yes.
This is increasingly more difficult. Poop. Baron Corbin.
Good. My clue helped.
Cedric Alexander.
See? This one?
No.
Think.
Damn it. This is bugging me that I can't find this.
Why are you doing double
helping
hand jobs?
I'm helping you. No, it's with the...
Double hand job?
Double hand jobs. Crap, because now all I can think of is
hand job.
Is SmackDown people now. Who are you checking?
I'm trying to help you.
God, this is great radio. Okay, can we go to SmackDown?
Okay, fuck.
Okay, the other ones on Raw are The Miz,
Oh God.
Ricochet, Sami Zayn.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to SmackDown.
Ricochet.
Okay. So you got Kevin Owens, Shelton Benjamin.
I'm afraid I've got some bad
He's in the
Told
tournament.
you, no, I know, but I told you I would find the damn
found it.
clip.
Shelton Benjamin, Chad Gable, Andrade.
You need 4 more. You're not even close, Tim.
I got it. Don't worry.
I'm really disappointed in you.
Don't worry.
Come on.
I feel like I have to talk because you're not.
Ali.
Muhammad Ali.
Come on.
dumbass.
Yeah, I know.
Come on.
Look,
Here we
man.
go.
It's all from a promo video.
I know this
Come
is
on.
radio.
Buddy Murphy.
Buddy Murph.
Stupid idiot.
Come on.
Jeez.
You got 2 left, Tim.
Jesus Louises.
Here's the list.
I know.
Think who you're missing.
I don't know.
Like
The
the
one
2
with the-
biggest ones.
The one with the boobs?
The 2 biggest ones?
Yeah.
Really?
The 2 biggest ones.
In terms of fan favoritism, yes. In my opinion.
Doesn't the one guy play guitar?
He probably does.
Elias is in the King of the Ring. Wow. Okay.
And the Honky Tonk Man.
Yeah.
It's wild.
And then the fat one.
I already said Kevin Owens.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
What the hell? Oh,
Well, the other fat one then.
no.
The other thin one then.
No, he's stocky.
Stocky. Otis.
Is that how it
Otis
is?
does. Otis.
He smiles a lot.
You jerked off to his picture that one time?
Oh, that's everyone. Oh, Cruz can't lose.
There it is.
It's weird that this triggered.
Wow. It wasn't.
No, it's got to be Apollo Crews.
Here's the
can't
one I
lose.
jerked off to.
Well, I named everyone I thought was going to win the King of the Ring. So
So that's the magical.
someone's gotta
Like
lose.
that's magical question number 2 now. Is and again, if you're following along the live video, make sure you give a response on this one as well. We'd appreciate it. Who
I'm so sorry. That was so painful.
that was painful. To you, who wins the King of the Ring?
Can you play the greatest WWE theme currently?
I already played the Bray Wyatt theme.
No, it's the other one.
The other one.
The one that I stand
Aleister
for.
Black?
The one that I stand for.
He's absolutely right.
It's Baron
It's
Corbin.
100% Baron Corbin.
Oh, I don't have that one. I don't have it on the ready.
It's King Corbin, and that's it. Because you know they're going to gimmick the hell out of this King. Baron Corbin's been off television since he jobbed out to Seth Rollins. He's coming back. He's going to be all the things that he said. Gold Gloves winner, Saudi Arabia's favorite son, and the King of the Ring, Baron effing Corbin. And then he's going to...
People are going to hate the shit out of it.
Yes.
Yep, I
That's the
agree.
point.
Yes.
It's great.
It's yeah.
Do I want him to be King of the Ring? No.
It's
I want,
meaningless,
I
though. The
want
King of the Ring means nothing anymore.
I want Andrade more than anything
I mean,
in the world.
I want Kevin Owens,
Oh, King Kevin.
but
Face King Kevin would be fun.
It would,
The
but-
fans would love it.
But then the crown would go away in 3 weeks like Sheamus.
Right.
I need my king to have some tenure.
King, and that's why it's King Corbin.
Yeah, it's King
It
Corbin.
really is, right? Like
It's King Corbin.
His Twitter handle's already King Ricochet.
That's very true.
that's true. I have a King Ricochet shirt
Kang, the Kang.
from the Bottom Line merch.
Ring Ka King.
It would be
but,
King Joe.
But yeah, I think
Yeah, I don't think Joe needs it.
Samoa King.
like just looking at the list, like Corbin,
Smoking.
Smoking.
Corbin, like
This is an AEW.
like King Elias it's not going to be King Elias. It could be King Miz.
Although there was another famous king that did rock and roll.
It's true. It could be King Miz. It won't be, but it won't be.
What
If
the fuck was that?
if Miz was a heel, I think it would. I think it
Yeah,
probably
face,
would
face
be.
Miz doesn't make sense.
Can we get heel Miz back?
No.
Yes, please. Like, and I
No.
Are we never going to get it back until
we will.
Miz and Mrs. is still airing?
He is so, like, Miz is at the point where
But can I? God bless Maurice. Thank you.
WWE says it best about Maurice.
Jesus, Devin.
Then, now,
Forever.
forever, Maurice.
She's amazing.
The hottest, the most beautiful, sexy, gorgeous woman to ever be birthed on this earth.
Yeah, 'cause, like,
and I
it's-
love
'cause
my
it's, like,
girlfriend.
it's-
With if Maurice were to tell me today,
Uh-oh.
me,
Here we go.
she looks at me and she just goes, "Wow, you." I'm like, "Babe, bye."
See ya.
Man,
She
that's
is-
here because you don't even ask for a hall pass.
No,
you
it's-
just goodbye.
No, I'm effing skipping school for the remainder of my life and getting my
Right.
GED because I'm getting it with Maurice.
Don't make me beg now.
I'd be happy being dumb. Fuck my GED.
Teach me French, Maurice.
Oh my God.
Please don't
I
tell
can
my
understand the
girlfriend that.
goddamn network at least.
Yeah, translate for me.
Because it's not even like she's not even hot. She's like beyond.
She is eternal. She is what my roommate likes to refer to as a babe eternal.
Yeah, that's fair.
I think that's a ding.
High praise.
Yeah, that's Big Al.
Earned.
That's hitting dingers.
My name is Al.
Oh, Charlie, no, Charlie.
What now? What did he say? Because for some reason Facebook decided it wanted to update.
Okay, let's
its
read
app.
Let's read some comments, Jim. Start with like some of the predictions. William says Drew wins.
That would be great. The Scott King.
Scottish King. Sure. I think we've tried that once, didn't we? Wasn't he Scottish?
Sheamus is Irish.
So Charlie says that Cornette goes off on Orange Cassidy and Marco Stunt signing with AEW. I'll have to make sure if I hear that section.
I have a hot take on that.
Right, we'll get there. We'll get there because we have some AEW stuff.
I love hot topics.
Charlie then says Baron or Drew. However, I think King of the Ring would be a great relaunch for Jinder.
That would work.
He's hurt.
Oh, is he? Okay. I wondered why he wasn't on. And
He's been hindered with an injury.
Don't hinder Jinder.
Don't hinder Jinder.
Jason says Kevin Owens.
I can't wait till Jinder Mahal comes
Do you want
back.
To read Devin's
more
comment?
jacked. I'll read
this
it.
this is a direct quote. Yeah, let Tim read it.
Drew McIntyre. Okay.
I don't feel comfortable reading this.
I think it's fun.
Drew McIntyre or my underdog Kevin Owens or the Mexican guy.
Isn't there like two Mexican guys?
I think so.
It's Andrade. And
No,
Ali's not Mexican.
Ali's not Mexican. Oof.
Yo, Charlie's so wrong about Lana over Maurice.
Lana greater than Maurice.
Maurice.
Hey, Paul Bocek saying, "What's up, Paul?"
Well, it
What's
might
up,
be
Paul?
it might be a different Maurice because he spelt that wrong. It's probably someone else.
Yeah, I've never heard of
Lana is better than that Maurice.
than that Maurice. But if you're talking about Maurice Mazanin, you wrong, sir. You wrong.
She's hotter when she's pregnant, and that's not even possible.
Well, I wouldn't go
Right.
that far, but she doesn't get ugly when she's pregnant. That's all I'm saying.
We're gonna have a very good off-color conversation.
Yeah, but like
about
that belly
Maurice.
button becomes an outie and it looks weird.
Yeah, you know what else becomes an Audi?
That's fair.
Oh.
Jesus God.
That's my penis.
Oh,
Sorry about that. That's why I'm hitting the gym.
There it was.
Because when she shows up, she wants to give it this hero.
wow.
You're a grower, not a shower, huh?
That's right.
Wow.
I was just frantically looking at the soundboard trying to come up with anything.
Anything. Just hit a random sound.
I don't know what to say. I don't.
Play that top corner green one. What is that one?
Just hit it.
Ah, son of a bitch. I couldn't see that. There we go.
Wow. Oh boy.
That got dirty quick.
Well,
It's not going to be King Cedric. It's not going to be King. It could be King Ricochet theoretically.
make way for King
It's not going to be
Ali.
King. It's not going to be. It's not going to be King Samoa Joe. It could be King Drew. It could be King
Joe.
Drew. It could be, but I don't think it is.
No.
I don't think it's King Joe.
I don't think Joe needs it at all.
It's definitely not going to be King Sammy, and it's definitely not going to be King Cesaro. So
I
let's
would
go-
love.
I would love King
Cesaro.
Cesaro.
I would be fine with King Cesaro. I just don't
Speaking
think
of
it's
which,
gonna
timeout. I was watching Table for Three the other day.
The Honor one, the Ring of Honor.
The Ring
one?
of Honor one. That's a great listen. It's Joe and who the hell was it?
It was Cesaro.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, not Joe. That's
Seth Rollins,
Seth Rollins
and
Nigel.
a man possessed by the devil, Nigel McGuinness.
Nigel. Yes, that's fantastic.
He does magic at the end that I swear is conjured from the devil.
Yes.
All right, I have to check that out. I do.
They
like some
released
magic.
one now with Braun Strowman
Isn't it Braun?
and Alexa Bliss and Ember Moon.
Oh, that's awesome.
And it is a 27-minute Applebee's commercial.
It is. It's in an Applebee's.
Because it's in a goddamn Applebee's.
It is.
The waitress comes up and she's
That's
like,
awesome.
"Would you like to hear what I suggest?" And they suggest the brunch burger and the quesadilla burger and like the bacon.
Hi, welcome to Applebee's. Would you like to hear my Applebee's suggestions off the Applebee's menu?
Right. And then they're like, "Yeah, that sounds good." And they make each person repeat the order that they want, which is a quesadilla burger and a brunch burger and like the barbecue bacon burger.
Hey,
Shut up and take my money.
you know that all that shit's real nice, but how about you come out here and you bring me those beer pub pretzels and the app sampler, and we're calling it a day.
They have an app sampler that they're nibbling from the entire
No.
time. It's an Applebee's commercial, and I couldn't be hungry for Applebee's
The
now.
Applebee's.
Here's the thing.
And Applebee's sucks.
No,
it
no, no, no.
doesn't. Not
No, no, no.
after 10.
Applebee's.
You ever go to the effort at Applebee's? Sucks.
Not true at
I've
all.
been there
That's
never.
100%. That's the worst Applebee's I've ever been to, ever.
Nah, not true.
The worst Applebee's I've ever been in.
Every time I've been there, it's been 100% fine.
Really?
100% fine.
We got to go late night.
That's
instead
actually
of
the
going
only Applebee's I ever really go to.
Instead of going to the diner, we need to go to an Applebee's. So
We don't
can
even
get
do the
them
diner
half
anymore.
Samps.
Yeah,
We're
we
trying to
haven't
get
done
healthy.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing with Applebee's.
Samps, dude.
Sam's.
Like Applebee's, I eat it like once every like 8 to 10 months because I get hungry for. Somebody mentions Applebee's, I'm like, wow, I haven't been there in like a year.
Well,
I go
watch
there,
this table for 3.
I go there and I eat there, and then I'm like, okay, I'm good, and it's fine.
Beer, pub, pretzels. I literally could live off of beer, pub, pretzels.
For like a week, and then you're dead.
No, forever.
Right, for a week, and then you're dead.
Jason's got a
dead.
good point
What's he saying?
about Maurice.
Yes.
Because I'm sure she's sitting around Castle Miz talking about you all in the same way.
Yes.
So then,
No.
SmackDown, King
I mean,
Kevin.
those 3 count boys.
I would love King Kevin. I don't think it's going to be King Ali, although it does roll off the tongue really easily. Thank you, Disney. It's not going to be King Apollo. It's not going to be King Chad Gable.
King Gable would be nice.
It's not going to be.
King Shelton.
It's not going to be King Elias.
Ain't gonna be King Shelton either.
And it could be King
It
Andrade.
could be King Shelton.
It's not going to be. I mean, literally.
Shelton's gimmick right now is look out at you from the side of my eyes,
Yeah.
real big, and then walk off screen.
I theoretically, right now, we're days before this thing starts. It could be any one of these.
That's right. Anything can happen in the World Wrestling Federation.
It could, or World Wrestling Entertainment.
Could we see an injury, and we see the real superstar Shane McMahon enter this,
the best in the world,
and him become the king of the ring?
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
People would fucking hate that.
Sure would. But
Remember how excited we were when he came back?
The best king in the world. And then he goes to Saudi Arabia again, and then he has a one-on-one match with the king,
actual king
of Saudi Arabia.
and then
he
Shane
does
gets his
that-
head cut off.
He does that. He does that job. Holy shit, yo! For a minute there, I thought that playing the Fiend's theme was going to be our biggest problem. We figured it out.
Wow.
We figured it out. Oh, we're gonna be banned in Saudi Arabia.
All right,
Cut my fucking head off.
let's talk about.
Anything else?
Let's talk about.
Do you want me to talk about me getting wood from Maurice?
No. Let's talk about the return on Monday night.
Oh God.
The Sasha Banks return.
Yeah.
I'm totally fine with it.
No. I have Sasha Banks fatigue.
Heel Sasha.
That didn't take long.
So much better than face Sasha. So thank you for doing that right. Just because Charlie did request it earlier, Sasha didn't do anything reckless with the chair. I'm being 100% serious.
God damn it! Why'd you have to bring it up?
You're like
Charlie asked for it.
You couldn't Jim. You couldn't be more wrong. It's a two-way street, but at the end of the day, Sasha's got the chair. If you're not in the position to swing it right, move and don't hit the head.
But the point of impact
Is supposed to be the back.
The point of impact was the main point of impact. Yes. The only reason that the head was hit at all was because the head came above the point of where the back was, and it got hit by part of the chair.
But Becky was laying like this, and Sasha was here, at an angle to her head. So if she's swinging this way, yes,
Right, she slides to the right
Becky
a
would
small
have-
bit. You get a straight side
yeah.
shot.
If she goes this way, or Becky moves this way, that's a direct shot to the back. But instead, it's at an angle, and because Becky picks her head up, she gets clonked in the back of the head, but she's not square. This is the same story we had. This is the exact same stories we had when Brie Bella knocked out Liv Morgan with the yes kicks. Remember, Brie Bella's going for the yes kicks on the Brie on.
No, I remember
Morgan,
that spot.
and then she kicks the shit out of her in the face and knocks her out. And it was because Brie messed up the timing of the kicks.
Counting is hard for Brie. She's not the brightest.
Yeah, I don't personally see this as the same thing. I don't.
It's two people.
I think this is black and white as anything. And if you have a chair, you control where that chair goes, and you need to place it at the right spot. And I can show you with the folding chair we have right over there that there's plenty of back, even with my head fully tilted back, for you to make contact with that's not going to touch my head. If I'm trusting you to hit me with the chair, I'm trusting that you're going to hit me safely across the back and not come in contact with my head.
Okay, but
nothing to do with the body slam, because your body slam example will not fly here.
Okay, well then let me say this, and this was my point, is at the point Sasha was standing, whether or not she was in the wrong point of standing, like to Becky's body, Sasha didn't move her feet. Sasha didn't move her her position of the upper body. It was an arm swing. The chair hit primary point of impact was the top of Becky's back. The only thing that changed was when Becky was starting to move up, she also brought her head back. And that's it was an unfortunate part of timing. I'm not necessarily putting blame on Becky either. I'm not saying like Becky botched it, but like everybody right away goes to Sasha Banks botched it, and I don't think that's the case, because it wasn't a wild swinging of the chair. Sasha wasn't getting all willy-nilly with body movements or anything. She didn't move except for arms up and down. The only thing that changed was because if Becky just gets up straight up like she was going, you're still going to hit the same spot. It's just at a different up or down. The only thing that changed was that Becky's head came above the point of the back, and that's why it got caught.
I'm not giving all the blame to Sasha. Like, it takes two.
It does.
Like, but at the end of the day, one person had the chair. And it doesn't matter if it's on purpose or on accident.
I don't think she purposely fucking hit her in the head.
Right. But like, it's a boneheaded, it is something that could have absolutely been avoided.
Yes, I agree. It could have been avoided. But again, it's and we're also evaluating them. Yes, Ryan, we're also evaluating a split-second moment, because
but they live in split-second moments.
I understand
and
that.
Split-second moments cuts your fucking head open with a steel chair if you don't do it right.
I don't think she was cut up.
There is no way any of this can fall on Becky Lynch.
It actually does, though.
It really doesn't. It really doesn't. And respectfully, yeah, you are so off base. So off base on that.
Why? It absolutely does.
Because you absolutely are. You're the one throwing the fucking steel chair, dude.
So
here's the deal. Becky Lynch could stay there the entire fucking night with her head back and forth, and she's never going to get hit in the head with a steel chair. It's 100% the person with the steel chair coming down on my back that I'm giving to you. I'm giving you my back to hit. And I'm trusting that you're going to hit my back safely.
The real problem with the real problem with the whole thing.
Ask Paige how safe she is.
Is the camera work. The way that they were trying to shoot it made Sasha and Becky be in that position. They were shooting it with the announce, or where the announce table would be, to the right. So guardrail to the right, ring to the left. And Sasha's at an angle, so she's facing the camera here. And Becky is laying facing this way. So the center point of the shot is the chair. If that camera's moved in any direction, like say the camera's moved towards the apron or towards the rings.
So you're saying Sasha would have to move to stay in camera shot?
Sasha would, because Sasha was standing where she was, if they wanted the straight-on look of Sasha at that far of a distance, it had to be that way. Because if they turn and they put it towards the guardrail, the shot is too close. Because the spacing it's too close.
Charlie, her leaving is irrelevant in the conversation, because I mean, there's been plenty of people over the course of history that have left happy, angry, whatever. I mean, Stone Cold Steve Austin took his ball and went home. Like her leaving, having her coming back, and this happening, on her first night back, is irrelevant to the discussion. I think,
I think a professional like Sasha doesn't have butterflies or the nerves get to her on TV.
No, I don't even know if it was that, but like,
I mean, if that's what Charlie was alluding to, I don't think.
I mean, he said it's not a good look to be back, not even 5 minutes, hitting the number one woman on the roster in the back of the head, especially if you took your ball and went home because you were losing at Mania. And again, that's the speculated reason why she was left.
Really know why,
we don't
right?
we don't know why she left. But yeah, that part of it's irrelevant. I mean, luckily it appears that Becky's okay. That's the really important part. Is that Becky's okay, regardless of what
I agree.
What opinion you have on the situation. So yeah, we'll move on from there.
She Sean speared that one.
No, because nobody got their fucking head blown clean open. A release yesterday from AEW when All Elite Wrestling broadcast live from Temple University in Philadelphia, Wednesday, October 16th. History will be made as the AEW World Championship will be defended for the very first time. The big question is, who will the defending champion be? Will it be Chris Jericho or will it be Hangman Adam Page? The only way to find out is to watch AEW's All Out live on pay-per-view Sunday, August 31st from the Sears Center in Chicago. So again, I still think there's going to be Chris Jericho.
I don't know how it's not, man. I don't think Hangman Page sells a ton of tickets right now.
Tickets for this show go on sale tomorrow. I believe.
This and the Boston show.
This in Boston. I'm curious to see who will get the first title defense or title opportunity.
I personally think it's a run back. I think it'd be a rematch. Whatever it is. I think it's
don't
a
know.
run back.
I don't.
Of All Out?
I don't think so.
So it's Jericho Page?
Yeah, and you do the title switch on TV.
No, see, I think I think you have to do somebody different. Whether it's fucking, and I think when Jericho wins, at All Out, I think you do have to move the title from him because he's not going to be an every week guy. But I
think logistically Jericho wins. He's in the 6-man tag the week before in Boston. The very first
6-man tag is Washington on the second.
Or I'm sorry. Okay, all right, you're right. It goes Washington, Boston, Philly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, I got it. Okay, you're right.
But I think it could probably be like Moxley. Because here's my point to, like, if you do, and I'm just thinking this from like all angle, if you do the rematch of the pay-per-view, WWE always does rematch, and I get it's not you get a rematch to try and win your title back, but I don't think you can do the rematch for the first title defense. I think it has to be somebody different. So I don't think you do Jericho Omega because we've seen that 100 times. I don't think you do Jericho Cody because Brandy's already going to be the women's champion. So why are you going to put the AEW heavyweight title onto Cody? That would just piss people off. So I think Moxley's the obvious one and the one that's going to make the most people happy.
Could be Kenny Omega.
But I think we've seen Alpha Omega enough times.
You've seen it twice.
Right. Enough times that you don't run a rematch back.
You do for the title.
Mm-mm.
On Kenny Omega's birthday, no less.
There's enough meat. I think there's going to be enough meat on the Omega Moxley bone that you can run a Omega Moxley feud after Moxley wins the title from Jericho, because there's plenty of story to Jericho and Moxley as well. So that's my thought on it.
I mean, how many American fans have seen Omega versus Jericho, though? Like, do you really think that many? And I'm not trying to downplay New Japan at all.
They saw it at Double or Nothing.
Okay, yeah,
right.
Right. You're right. So they have seen it. Okay,
anybody that's going to be watching this show has already seen it twice.
You're right. That's fair.
And anybody that isn't going to be watching this show are going to be the people that are going to be saying, "Oh, you're just running. You're reusing old things."
Right.
Charlie says MJF.
Maybe.
But why would you go heel versus heel? Again, so in my scenario,
yeah, you're right.
Where Jericho's the champion, you can't do MJF defeating Jericho because if you put two heels together, somebody's a face.
That's true, and now, it's definitely not MJF.
Now, if it's Hangman Page, then you could do MJF, but Hangman Page isn't winning your title. Paige had neck surgery this week. Successful neck surgery, so congratulations to her.
No, Paige here.
Oh, Paige here. Fighting with my family.
She's gotten
Paige.
a lot of plastic surgery on her face, right? Or was that just like a goofy like Snapchat filter?
I think it's a Snapchat filter, but I think she's also had a little bit of work.
Okay, because it looked awkward.
It looks fake.
It looked like
fake.
a cartoon almost. Rollins' next challenger, I've seen some reports that it could be Drew McIntyre. I'd be fine with that. That would be a fun feud. Great matches. New Performance Center class headlined by Austin Theory and Santana Garrett, among others. So
and a lot of combat sports athletes.
That's true.
From the international scene. Like,
did you see Roman's tweet today? Let me find it because
is it about his signing?
It was no. It was
because that's another piece of news too.
Yes, Roman has signed a quote multi-year deal.
So the deets of that are not out. Correct. We don't know what the multi-year.
WWE has had a knack for signing people for 5 years recently.
I agree.
In the press release from the WWE, the words "the big dog is here to stay." Oh, wow. So I don't know if this is 5 years and then they're just going to revisit it, or he's literally just signed forever. Because why would he go anywhere else?
Great job, Samoan Joe.
Like I'm not. This isn't like a. This isn't like this. Not a shot at anybody else. But why would Roman Reigns go anywhere else? So yeah, he tweeted. He quote retweeted the big dog is here to stay. He said, WWE is my home. The WWE universe is my family. I've got plenty of big fights left. So, yeah, he's not going to. But I guess it was.
Was it the one about Buddy Murphy?
Yeah, so somebody said the best kept secret is out, and it was Reigns spearing Buddy Murphy. A guy said Roman Reigns' ability to have a 5-star match on any night with any opponent is horribly underrated. And then he said, best performance fighter alive. It was just such a weird... Like, not sports entertainer, not wrestler, best performance fighter. So, of course, people on Twitter were like, oh, they're going to start calling them performance fighters now. Like, whatever. Like, the arbitrary things that people choose to, like, just...
I don't know if I've ever brought this up on the show or not, but Mike Quackenbush, who does Chikara Wrestling, you can find him on... YouTube has some great YouTube videos about being better wrestlers. And he often says, like, you go through the curtain and you put on a performance. He calls it performance art multiple times, talking about professional wrestling. And the more people just fucking accept that, the better off we're going to be. Like, Mike Quackenbush, I think, is highly regarded in the world of professional wrestling, has guest spotted down at the Performance Center.
Multiple times.
Well-spoken.
He worked with Alexa Bliss most recently during her last injury.
I mean, some of the names that learned and grew under the Quackenbush tree.
Drew Gulak,
unreal.
Cesaro, Luke Harper. There's a Lindsay Dorado.
I mean, plus the entire class of Chikara wrestlers
today.
now.
Yeah, I mean, There's literally dozens and dozens of people who've come through WWE, NXT.
If you do anything
ROH.
in the world of professional wrestling, you can learn from these, whether you're a wrestler, announcer, commentator, manager, valet, referee. I recommend checking them out. But even if you're not and you like to see a little bit of inside baseball, check out these videos. I forget what they're called.
The channel
Till
is
we
called
make it.
Till We Make It.
Till We Make It.
But
Yep.
again, it's
as a play on the
it-
phrase "fake it till we make it."
Nice. But yeah,
But it's performance.
It is a performance. It's like, why do people want to pretend that professional wrestling is something that it's not?
Right.
It's sports entertainment. It is performance art. Like, people have asked me, they're like, why are you so into wrestling as opposed to just getting into this show or that show? I'm like, because I'm into that show.
Right.
The WWE is a show. Right? It's not just wrestling. It's not just characters. It's not like, it's everything. It is athleticism combined with theater, combined with fucking, with lights and sound and music and all of it.
Yes.
Like, it's literally everything. Like, people will spend hundreds and thousands of dollars to make a trip to Manhattan to go see a show on Broadway, but will laugh at me if I spend $25 to go to a fucking wrestling show.
Right.
Like,
People will spend $25 to go to the local theater.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
100%. And like, it's the same idea in a different fashion.
Right.
Like, that's what it is. So, like, when you see a thing
It's a concert, right? I mean, it's everything.
Right.
There's so much performance about it. Like, just accept it.
Jason says, every time someone reminds me that it's a show and it's fake, I remind them that Tom Selleck isn't really the police commissioner of New York. It is an art form and a performance.
Right.
And Charlie said, it's still real to me, motherfucker.
And that's fine.
And,
That's
like,
fine. To Jim Cornette, it should still be real. But even he knows it's a work.
Right. Like, right. Even the best worker knows it's a work. And your ability to sell that character, why are people still shocked or surprised at the things Jim Cornette says?
We spent 20 minutes gushing about The Fiend and how it was put on, because it was an act and they put it out there.
Yeah.
Like, the WWE did it right. Well, just that statement in and of itself,
right, exactly.
It's a fucking show.
Yeah, 100%.
And I thought about that, watching it on TV, it's dark as shit. But they cut the lights off in the arena. You can still see everything.
Well, that's the thing. A guy, the guy, one of the guys I showed it to at work, he was talking to me. He's like, so that was, because I showed him the match then, and Bray goes from the ring to the top of the ramp, and he's like, so how does that look when you're there? I'm like, well, you can see him get out of the fucking ring, get to the top of the ramp.
Scamper up the ramp.
I'm like, same as when the Undertaker's bell tolls. And I only saw this for the first time before WrestleMania Sunshine. Was somehow they got Taker under the ring, whether he was under there the whole time or they fucking, smoke and mirrors find a way to get him out there without you noticing.
They do. There's an easy way.
They distract you in another place.
So at WWE live events, there are multiple ring mat changes.
Oh, yeah. Almost every fucking commercial break.
So whenever they change the mats, they just dress somebody up as a ring attendant, and you bring them out to the ring. You don't watch every single one of them.
That's
they're
true.
All wrapping up. Whoop.
Yeah.
He just comes out and slides under at that point.
He may help a little bit to
Look at that 7-foot ring attendant. What a goof.
6'5".
That's easy. He's gotten smaller too. But and I said, bell tolls, the lights go off, and it's not pitch black because it's an arena, and you can't pitch black an arena when there's 20,000 people there.
Camera flash.
And you can see him get out, slide
pops.
into the ring,
Yeah.
and then he gets standing there, and then the lights come back on. And he's like, well, why don't they use body doubles? I'm like, because there's people there.
Right. Yeah,
It is, but again, it's a TV show that people happen to see live as well. So, but it is cool to see it live. Because, like I said, first that was the first time I had seen that spot actually done.
But people spend tons of money on concerts, and that's okay. Mm-hmm. Kiss is coming around, I think, shortly, or they're on
next
their tour
Wednesday,
right
yeah.
now.
The last tour.
How much are tickets to Kiss? My brother just spent $600 for a ticket to see Jimmy Buffett because he's always wanted to see Jimmy Buffett. And I'm like, just fucking buy it like regular. He's
Why
like,
don't you just buy all of his CDs?
right. They all sound the same. I'm not a Buffett guy.
Blew out my flip flop.
Yeah,
I'm just not a Buffett
I would
guy.
I would rather hear The Rock and Steve Austin sing that song.
Come out on a pop top.
Oh, by the way, I don't know if you watched the YouTube series
First We Feast.
Yeah, the Hot Ones. Season 9,
Finale.
the final episode was Stone Cold Steve
I
Austin.
have no clue what this is.
Okay, do you remember the flaming table?
Yes.
That the Hot Ones is the same thing.
I'm gonna check it out.
But
Oh.
it's,
I've
with
never even heard of it.
it's with celebrities. What
Yeah.
they do is they bring on a celebrity, 10 wings of variety, from less hot to more hot.
He knows
and
the concept
asks-
because
Oh,
the
same
flaming
concept.
table was Jeff Cannonball.
What was it called?
He would do it. Hot Ones.
Hot Ones. It's the channel's called First We Feast.
Yeah. So I don't know who had the idea first. I assume it was First We Feast, but Jeff Cannonball did it with independent wrestlers at his
Fucking
apartment.
30 minutes long.
Yeah, it's good.
Dude, it's so good.
It's an interview.
It's the #1 on trending right now.
Well, yeah.
Dude,
on
it,
YouTube.
Because it's Stone Cold Steve Austin.
yeah, it was really good, and some pretty fun wrestling stories mixed
That's
into that
right.
one as well.
Talking about receipts.
Yeah, some receipt topics in there.
Wow. Okay.
But to go back to another the topic is like everything. But the thing is, like with professional wrestling, everything is wrestling. Whether it's something super serious like Brock Lesnar versus Seth Rollins, or it's something really like unabashedly in your face, not in like the Invisible Man and Orange Cassidy, like it's all wrestling, all of it. You can't parse some out. You can't say some of it's stupid. Like Jim Cornette went on talking about Mance Warner and how he had high praise for Mance, and then he finds out that he loves the Invisible Man, and then
Yeah.
he immediately dumps on him.
Yeah,
And like he doesn't get Orange Cassidy, and that's fine.
Who had praise for Manser?
Cornette.
Cornette?
yeah.
He does death matches.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
I'm surprised Cornette would even entertain the idea of
Yeah,
putting over a
it's-
deathmatch guy.
Like, don't get me wrong, I enjoy the listen of the Jim Cornette experience, but like some of the things that like some of the hills he dies on are just so absurd.
Yeah.
They're so absurd, and like the thing that really like I would love to know, but behind closed doors is how much of what he is and what he says and what he does is truly gimmicked, or if that's all reality.
It's crazy to
And
me.
if that's all reality, that's really fucking sad
It is
to me.
that he is such like politically liberal and like progressive
Wrestling
and forward
conservative.
thinking and such a wrestling conservative.
Yeah. But I saw a guy tweet earlier. He said, I get on WWE to do silly and hokey shit, and I'm not giving AEW a pass when they do the same just because I like them better overall. There was no need to sign that cosplay wannabe wrestler Orange Cassidy. None. Can we keep it straight-laced and completely serious? And I simply
I
quote,
didn't think Adam Lavelle was on Twitter.
so I simply quote retweeted, and I said, where's the fun/entertainment in that? And he goes, the fun/entertainment is presenting wrestling like a legit fight and finding joy in two athletes engaging in a physical confrontation over personal issues as though it's real. Breaking the fourth wall just to be silly causes me to automatically disengage.
Okay.
And I didn't respond anymore because I don't feel like dealing with those people.
Thank you.
But
It would have blew my
You
phone
could
up.
have tagged me, and
all I
'cause
wanted to say was just go watch MMA. But like because that's what it sounds to me like you want.
He wants
Like why do you
soap opera MMA.
like and if
and every time MMA has tried to do soap opera stuff, you say, "Oh, it's too much like WWE."
Right, everybody
like
calls
the
him
John
out for
the
it.
John Jones Daniel Cormier stuff. Oh, John Jones said he was
Oh,
going to
did you
kill
see a
him.
video came out today of fucking
Nate
Conor
Diaz,
McGregor punching
a
an
dude
old guy out in the bar?
in April? That's
What a
great.
fucking douchebag. But like
It was over whiskey, so
But like, if you want that out of your wrestling, why are you watching wrestling?
right.
That's the part I don't understand.
Here's the
Even
deal: Smoky Mountain was around for like 3 years because they did that and it didn't work.
Right.
And I'm sorry if
'Cause,
anybody
like-
loves Smoky Mountain, but that's my take on Smoky Mountain.
I don't think we're going to have a lot of Smoky Mountain Wrestling fans writing us hate mail.
Just saying.
But even if you go back to the original morality plays, which is kind of what wrestling is based on.
Yeah.
It's a hero, it's a villain, it's a 3-act format. It goes in that type of format. Even in the most serious of plays, there is something called comic relief.
Yes.
Because sometimes when something is overly serious, you lose the impact of how serious it is, and you need something light to bring you down so that when the severity comes again, it hurts more.
I mean, rising and falling action to tell a story?
If everything is 100 miles an hour, nothing is fast.
Yeah. Yes.
I agree.
Yeah.
That was our grip against Mauro Ranallo.
Right.
He comes at you like everything is so important.
Right. And again, I love the Mauro Ranallo story, but him on wrestling commentary is way too much for me.
Yeah.
Way too much.
I'm done.
Yeah, you can go to Final Wrestling Place. Tim has a pretty good
were
riff.
you on that too?
Has a good riff about that.
I missed that.
Because here's the thing, and I have said
missed the whole thing. So that's why.
I've said it every time. Is he's much better fit for the boxing / MMA world, because in that world, literally every strike could be the end.
Ding yourself.
Like, it's not
good place. Green points.
It is not that in the WWE. I get you're trying to present it as reality, but
but we know that Blue Thunder bomb ain't pinning anybody.
Like, very seldomly are you going to get the Sheamus brogue kicking Daniel Bryan in the face to open WrestleMania with the pin in 18 seconds. We're not getting that very often at all. And here's the thing. I know for me at commentary, I don't like to know finishes. I don't like to know match times, whatever. But for something like that, if that's going to be like your opening match or whatever, if you're going to have an 18-second match that's going to be a one-hit finish, that I do want to know.
Right.
Because I need to call that.
Yep.
As the MMA call. The one-hit shot.
I mean, you would call it like a finisher, though. I mean, it's his finisher. I mean,
that's
you probably
true.
wouldn't blow your Mamma Mia load on the first match.
Oh, I certainly would not, and I certainly would not bust my what a maneuver on that one.
Right off the bridge.
No, I've got to let that thing breathe. Get to the main event.
That's fair.
I don't like to force it. I want it to happen organically.
I tried to throw it force.
But yeah, and again, love this story, but it wears on me.
Just too much.
Charlie hits a great point. He says when Taz looks at Orange Cassidy and says, "Okay, that's cool, I get it," that says something.
Yep.
Because Taz is very protective of the business, and if you listen to the Taz show or even Taz and the Moose on CBS Radio, when they talk about wrestling, he is still very protective of the business.
Daryl Johnson, the Moose.
Yes. No, not that Moose.
No, not
a
that
different
Moose.
Moose.
Different Moose.
A different Moose.
Yeah, but like if you don't get Orange Cassidy, maybe it's passed you by.
Well, and here's the thing.
Maybe it's not for you.
Well, and
Sure, that's great.
I mean, here's the thing. Like, do I find it mildly amusing? Absolutely. Do I totally get it? No. Am I going to let it bother me and ruin me on AEW? Not in the slightest.
You know what I absolutely love? There's a match with Orange Cassidy and Jarvis Cottonbelly. And Jarvis puts Orange Cassidy in the sleeper. And by the sleeper, I mean he picks him up and rocks him to sleep.
See,
and the whole fucking crowd just gets really quiet.
That's fucking funny to me.
It's great. It's comedy. It's hilarious.
The comedy in it is it's a near fall because Bryce, the greatest referee in the history of the world.
Yeah, this is true.
Jarvis goes for the pin, and Bryce, everybody's quiet, and Bryce is like, wham! And he slams the mat for one, and everybody's like, shh, wham! And like, eventually, Chuck Taylor makes the save.
Nice.
But it's like, come on, man! Like, it's
like
great.
if you can't appreciate that, like, and again, I do not like Joey Ryan. Like, I don't get the dick flip. I don't like it. To me, it is the most ridiculous thing, no pun intended, in professional wrestling. However, I do not get morally offended. I do not get like wrestling morally offended by Joey Ryan having success in the business, because I can look at that and understand that there are people who find that entertaining and amusing. Like, is it somewhat amusing? Sure.
Do you see the brilliance in the gimmick, though?
Sure.
And you see the brilliance in what Orange Cassidy does.
Absolutely.
Like, there is brilliance there.
Yes.
Because nobody's done it before.
Right, and it doesn't connect with me. And again,
I mean, you could be the douchebag who,
The Undertaker's
tweeted,
a dead guy.
Yes. It's brilliant.
The Undertaker's a dead guy. And he burned his brother alive.
Brilliant.
And killed his parents.
Bray Wyatt has multiple personalities.
But his brother wasn't actually burned alive.
Right.
Like,
they were just mental scars.
Right. Like,
but Kane also couldn't talk for a long time, and he had the voice. My name is Kane.
Suck it. And now he can just talk and run for mayor and be a corporate Kane and all of that.
And electrocute Shane McMahon's testicles.
Right. And light Jim Ross on fire. Like, and
did you guys see the guy that was beating up on Marco Stunt on Facebook like a week or two ago?
Yes.
Like, he was a 6'5", like 270-pound, like chiseled looking guy picking on Marco Stunt, who's what, 4 foot nothing, it seems.
Right. We bust our ass for a guy like this to get signed.
Yeah, well, Mr. Fun Size over here is something different we've never fucking seen before. And he's really good at what he does.
Guess what? Zach Gowen once got hired by the WWE, and he had one leg.
Why? Because he had a leg.
Right.
Right.
Because it was something that they could use that was different than, 16 guys that are in the back that look a lot like each other.
Right.
Like,
WWE has 13 guys that look much better than you, doing much better than you.
Right. Exactly. Like, random yoked up guy at local gym.
Focus on yourself. Don't worry about why somebody else got signed.
Figure out why you didn't.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Like that. That hits it.
Improve
right there.
yourself, just like we do in our show. Like, this is the biggest stretch, and I know we're close on time. The biggest reach, just like our podcast, just like any content creator, just like any artist or anything. We strive to be better every time we get on the microphone or in front of a camera or in front of anything else. We want the next time to be the best time and progressively move forward. If you're not doing that, that's a problem.
Yeah.
If you're sedentary, you're not improving, that's a problem. Whether you're doing it on purpose or accidental, that's different.
Sure.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I did trill and fake cut off a guy's head tonight.
Correct. But that's comic relief. Like, that's...
Is it?
There's a...
Is it?
There's a line
Ask
of...
the Saudis about that.
Comic
you
relief,
doing it.
racist,
You doing it.
whatever.
Got it.
Right. Like, it's
relief,
different. And I don't want to make it super heavy, but it's like... anyone who is super worried about somebody else's success isn't worked on making their own success happen.
Yes. And
Hey,
Ryan,
if
to
Two
your
Count
credit,
Tuesday gets signed by the WWE, that's great. Like, I'm not going to say that there's some podcast brotherhood, but like in professional wrestling, there should be some sort of camaraderie and brotherhood that you should cheer on your brethren that gets signed and like fulfills their dream.
Because you never know if the dude who gets signed is the dude who knows you and can vouch for you. The best piece of advice, if you guys get anything out of this, the best piece of advice I ever got was from a guy named Bob Thomas in radio. And he said, it doesn't matter who you know, and it doesn't matter what you know. It's who knows you. I could all day say, I know Big Jim. But if somebody goes to Big Jim and goes, hey, what do you know about Tim Taylor? And Jim goes, Tim who? Then I'm sorry. But if Jim can vouch for me,
right?
Yep.
Then it triple stamps, double stamp, and I'm in.
100%. We're not going to get a trivia time tonight, which is fine. I don't need to take a loss. Again.
It was families. It actually could be really quick if we wanted to do it.
Let's do it. Let's
Fuck
do
it,
it real
just hit
quick.
it. Let me find the music.
You're going to
here.
do it, Jim, and you're going to win.
I don't know if I am. Why come on.
You're going to blue pants this?
iTunes apparently fully locked up on me.
iTunes is locked,
let me try closing out as some other tings to see if that doesn't make iTunes.
Well, while we're trying to figure out that, I have a list of 10 families in movies or television. I give you the name of the family. You tell me where they're from.
All right.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to get music.
That's fine.
All right.
Okay, here we go.
Wait, hold on. No.
Here,
No,
I will
no,
do
no,
this
no.
a while. Make sure you follow me. It's at RYN Eagle. RYN Eagle. Make sure you always follow the 3 Count Thursday, 3countthursday.com. Everything you need to know is going to be there. I will save y'all the closing part of my spiel.
I like that.
Sick.
Sick.
Where is it? Playlist.
Here it's coming, folks. Oh, that's a nudie picture. There it is.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to 3 Count Trivia. It's all in the family tonight.
Ooh.
I'm going to give you the name of a family. You would tell me the TV show or movie they're from. And for an example, if I say the Adamses.
Jim, the Addams Family.
That is correct.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
That is an example. I have 10. Let's knock them out.
Okay.
Please remember to buzz in with your name.
Okay.
The Fockers.
Jim, Meet the Parents.
That is correct.
Or Meet the Fockers.
I'm not going to do good here.
Number 2. The Tanners.
Ryan.
Ryan.
Family, fuck me.
Come on.
I don't think Family Fuck Me is a
Family Fuck Me is not a show anymore. I'm totally blanking now.
Jim.
Jim.
Full House or Fuller House?
Full House.
Yeah.
Okay.
What was I going to say Family Feud for?
Well, you said full, and you were like, full family
Yep.
fuck house.
Full Family Fuck Me.
Fuck house.
All right. Number 3. The Baronis.
Jim.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody Loves Raymond.
Everybody loves Raymond.
Ooh. I'm going to goose egg this one. You found Jim's category.
Number 4. The Corleones.
Ryan. The Sopranos.
Incorrect.
Jim, The Godfather.
Oh, fuck me, man.
The family in The Sopranos were The Sopranos.
Yeah, the Sopranos.
Meta
So
Sopranos.
excited
Tony
to try to get in there before Jim.
The Sopranos. All right. Next. The Dunphys.
Jim.
I heard Jim.
American Dad?
No.
Modern Family.
Modern Family.
I don't watch A Modern Family.
Nice. Here we go.
Funny show.
I mean, I've caught it, obviously, before Raw, and I've chuckled at it.
It is 4-1. There are 5 families left.
So they can put on After All because Christmas.
Yep.
That's why the Steve Austin show went on there.
Oh, really?
What?
Yeah, I haven't watched it yet. The first episode was Rob Riggle. It's like a 30-minute kind of
It's pretty cool.
interactive
Interview.
I think
interview.
Rob's funny. I'll check it out.
Yeah.
Next. The Clampetts.
Jim. Beverly Hillbillies.
Correct. One more for Jim, and he wins.
Damn it.
Next up, the Winslows.
Jim.
Ro-
Family Matters.
That is Family Matters. Just for posterity's sake, let's go through the rest of them.
Gonna just keep beating me.
The Heffernans.
Jim. King of Queens.
King of Queens. That's a deep pull.
I love me some Leah Remini in that show, by the way.
Next up,
This is bad.
the Bluths.
The Bluths? I have no clue.
I would not know.
Jim, American Dad.
No.
Good well to go back to. I have no clue.
Arrested Development.
Yep, never watched
Never
a
saw
single
it.
episode.
Last one, the Pritchetts.
Ryan. Modern Family.
Modern Family.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
With a score of 7-2.
Apparently, I only watch Modern Family.
Big Jim.
Apparently. And what was that biker show you used to watch? I don't know why I hit this.
Sons of Anarchy. It's biker theme music.
Yo, are you going to be into Mayans?
No, I did. I can't. I tried. I can't get into it.
No?
Tim, where can people follow you?
At Not The Toolman across all platforms, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat if you care. I stream on twitch.tv/Not The Toolman every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. We're streaming tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern. I'm going to have some fun. Don't know what we're going to play, but it's going to be a blast. Come by, hang out. If you have an Amazon Prime account, you can link it to your Twitch account for free. Sub to me for free. Gives me a little bit of scratch, and you don't get anything but some cool emotes. Also, if you enjoy what I do here, Every Monday at midnight, we drop a podcast called Final Wrestling Place. It's me and my best friend Marcus. We talk about anything from the world of wrestling, and we put it in the good place or the bad place. This week, it is the ECW's Big Ass Extreme Bash 1996.
Ooh, that's exciting. All right, just make sure you're following us, 3 Count Thursday, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. Subscribe to us. If you're subscribed on Apple Podcasts, make sure you give us a rating and a review. We'd appreciate that. Go to 3countthursday.com for everything you want to know from the 3 Count Thursday world. Make sure you follow our home network, ngscsports.com, and our sponsor, Alicia's Pillows and Things. If you're decorating your home, you want it to reflect your taste and your likes. So add decor with your favorite sports, movie, and TV fandom. Alicia's Pillows and Things is your hookup. Go to ngscsports.com, find the Alicia's Pillows and Things tab on the homepage, place your order. Don't forget to tune in next week. We're going to have Valentina Loca on the show. She's a superstar. She's from Iowa. She trained with and at Seth Rollins' school. So we're looking forward to that one. Until next week, stay safe, stay smart, and go for the pin.